What is up? What is up? What is up? We are back on a Thursday night, and Todd's still having technology issues.
You sound like you're in fast forward.
Doing a little cocaine, speeding it up a little. Todd's going back and forth some technology things that he's dealing with over there. So we're going to let him get that all sorted out. He's trying to get his headset and everything to work correctly, but hopefully you guys are ready to kick back and relax on a Thursday night. As, of course, it is another Toss One Back Thursday. Going to enjoy some beer and talk about what we talk about. So we'll see what we all get into here. Todd's back. He's shaking his head. What's going on now?
I don't know if you can hear me or not, but you sound like a fast forward videotape.
I can hear you. I can hear you just fine. It must be just on your end.
I can't understand anything you're saying. Let me jump out. I don't know what the hell. I may not be on. May not be on at all tonight. Who knows?
Using my Jackie Chan.
You understand the words
coming out of my mouth?
2022 nonsense.
Oh, what is up? What is up, everybody? So I am going to enjoy a nice beer that I just happen to have laying around here. It is going to be from I always get the name wrong. I don't say I get it wrong because it's a pronunciation. Van Hansbroek, Castle Brewery, Van Hansbroek. You would think I drank these beers enough time from Belgium, I would have the name down, but it is a look at their Raspberry Barista Raspberry Chocolate Quad Belgian Ale. So I'm going to be enjoying this one tonight. This is a 25.4 ounce bottle and it comes in with an ABV of 11%. So a nice session ale imported through Castile, and have it this few times. There's actually a review on the channel if you do want to check that out that I did on this a few years ago. But a nice dessert style beer that I'm going to kick back and enjoy. And I got Erie in the house. What is going on, Erie? Cheers. Happy Thursday to you. Hopefully things are going well. Todd is trying to get situated before he can pop back in here. He has some stuff going on with his computer and headset and everything. But it is Thursday night, and I'm so glad it's towards the end of the week. And this was a short week because we were actually off on Monday. My job, half of us were off on Monday. But for a short week, it definitely felt like a long week. So I'm ready to unwind with this nice little beer. Got Gilbert in the house as well. Cheers to Gilbert. Good to see him. And I was about to say, where the heck is Todd? Yeah, he's been in and out the last couple minutes. So he's trying to fix his iPad with his headset so he can hear and see everything okay. And now he's back. So
no, still ain't working.
So what do you got now?
I can barely hear you. Sound really weird. You sound like you're underwater like a mouse. This is the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's because you're using that iPad, man. That iPad.
Apple sucks.
It might be Apple with StreamYard. Might be issues.
It must be. You sound like a cartoon. You sound like a cartoon character or something.
Like Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. It sounds like you sucked on a big old helium balloon or something. It's so funny. If I was like smoking a big old bowl or something right now, dude, I'd be laughing my ass off. I mean, I am anyway, but.
Hey, Minnie, come on up and be a musketeer.
This is some funny shit right here. Oh, my God. It'd be so fun. I wish everybody else could hear this.
Oh, man. So, yeah, it's kind of weird what's going on in your system there.
I got all our Shannon like, listen to this. All right, hang on.
All right. Here you said I worked all week and it flew. It didn't fly quick enough. Yeah, off Monday, but I feel like just dragging at this point, ready to get through tomorrow. He's been for a couple of minutes. Yeah. Todd, are you high, Erie says?
I wish I was. It feels like I am just because. What's up, Erie? Oh, Jesus. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to try to change up something because even the regular sounds weird now.
You might have hit a button or something. Maybe it's going faster or something.
I don't know. Let me see. Audio.
But while he does that, I'm taking the foil off the beer. And for those of you that just came in, what I am drinking is the Raspberry Barista Chocolate Quad, in case you missed that.
Man, I guess I could listen to you this way. I don't know.
I mean, I can hear you just fine, so everything seems to be coming through all right. I mean, just listen to me in a high voice.
You sound like you were on Mickey Mouse Club or something. All right, let's see what's happening. Let's see what happened. I don't know if I laugh the whole time. I'm sorry. I'm not there, but God, if I was.
Ooh, a lot of smoke. Somebody give me Joe D. Oh yeah, just smells like chocolate covered raspberries. Do like a nice Belgian ale. Oh yeah. Sit it to the side and it's just coming out of the glass. What is up, Bart? Cheers, homie. Great to see you. Cheers, guys. Hope you are well. All good here. Very nice. Well, Todd's got you got an ice storm coming through?
Do what?
Ice storm? You got ice?
There was
ice, baby.
Yeah, it was kind of like a mixture this morning, but there was some big wrecks on the highway going to work this morning.
I thought you were supposed to get some tonight too, though.
It was more farther north. Yeah, I don't know about tonight.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen it tonight.
Yeah, in Cincinnati, they had a bunch of ice. In fact, one of the guys I talked to said at one point all the highways were shut down from all the wrecks this morning.
Yeah, so 65 South, which across the main bridge going into Louisville, was shut down. 64 eastbound, which is what I take, but it was shut down before where I go, so it didn't affect me any, but it was shut down east and westbound. So I was able to go across 2nd Street Bridge right downtown, circle around and get back on 64, and I was fine. But they were shut down all over the place. It was crazy. And it wasn't even that bad, honestly. I don't know why. Listen to Rod.
So you were technically eastbound and down.
Oh, my God.
I was sitting there cracking up where he's like, I think Todd is high. I said, I was high. I mean, you left Ryan sophomore, I am now.
Oh, my God. I'm trying to order some, a thing where we can connect two headphones and wire.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that might work better. I'm not sure now.
Hi, Shannon, by the way.
You sound like a helium. Sound like you've been inhaling helium and you're underwater. But I can hear you. I can understand what you're saying.
Yeah. You understand the words coming out of my mouth? Yeah, they're just high.
If I sound fine, then okay.
You're sucking at some Warzone tonight. You playing by yourself? You going solos?
Yeah, Alan said on his and Blake's show today that he was going to take a break from it for a while.
Yeah, he took it off. He hasn't played probably almost a week or so now, I guess. Bri, what is happening? Cheers, my friend. Good morning to you. It's Friday morning over in the UK. Hopefully you're having a great one. I hope you had a great day. I hope you have a great Friday here. Always appreciate you. What up, Bri from Erie? Morning, Miss EB. Skip it now. Skip, it's been a while.
Skip.
Cheers, Skip. When are you going to be streaming, Erie? Good question, Bri. Yeah, Erie, when are you going to be streaming? Drinking a second wedge brewing Monday night Piper Scottish Ale. Oh, look at you, Gilbert. Very nice.
EG.
Haven't had a Scottish Ale in a while.
Drinking a peanut butter porter from
Distill Brewery, yeah.
6.1 ABV. Had it. I think I might have even had it on the show a couple weeks ago, but it's a pretty good peanut butter stout or porter. I mean,
so we know how you are with peanut butter beer. Sometimes does this one live up to a little bit more?
Yeah, it's got a better flavoring to it. Doesn't taste as artificial as a lot of them, which is weird because I really always get so hyped on the peanut butter stuff, but I always end up somewhat disappointed. But I'm not with this one. I do like this one. It's a little bit colder than it should be, but I do like this one. I've been also kind of grabbed that one because I've been drinking on them. I think I got one left, and I've been battling a cold since about Monday, so
yeah,
kind of a head cold, mostly my nose and just sneezing and runny nose a little bit. It's been better today though. I took some NyQuil last night when I went to bed, and took some this morning. It kind of dried up a little bit, so hopefully I'm getting to the top and coming back down from it now.
So it's not the COVID.
It is not. I did test on Tuesday just to make sure because I wasn't sure then when it hit me.
Like every time somebody gets sick now, do they have to get a test?
I know.
What is that? You gotta get a test. What? It's nothing like you gotta get a test. You just gotta get a test. You just gotta do it now.
Right.
It was a stomach ache. I don't care. Get a test.
Yeah, just test. So I did use one of those free ones they sent to you in the mail. I had one on hand. I had 4 on hand anyway, so I used one of them.
Yeah, I went Saturday to get the second shingle shot you're supposed to get, and they were actually giving out free masks and stuff there at the Walgreens I went to. Like I was gonna get a free mask. I've seen a free test before, but they give a free mask as well now.
Yeah,
and then they had like free hand sanitizer they were giving out. So,
well, I think they're just about coming off of it altogether now, aren't they?
Yeah, well, it's probably so much of the hand sanitizer they got left over now.
Yeah, right. Well, that's true. Yeah.
Got Paul in the house. PA Brew News in the house.
What's up, Paul?
I'll have to try to get with Paul now that I'm back on the East Coast at some point.
Oh yeah, I wonder how what's the distance from you? Do you know?
Paul for me is probably somewhere 3 hours and a half, maybe 3:15. He's just about an hour and a half, I think, from my mom's house, and she's 2 almost. So
okay, that's not bad.
It depends which way you drive or whatever too. I think may go up to Delaware to I can't remember where he's actually at. I can't remember the roads I'd have to take, but not too far. And eventually, Erie said, I got to get my game working again. A few nights ago, yeah, she has Microsoft, so it's a little bit not as easy to stream all the time like it is with PlayStation. I'm just saying. Am I throwing shade to Microsoft? Yes, I am. And Erie says, hi, Shannon. Well, get that solo win, Erie. You can get that solo win. Must be Thursday. Ravishing Rod and Terrific Todd. Cheers, fellas. Cheers, Wayne. I like that. Although I think Rick Rude has a Ravishing lockdown, from the old wrestling days. Ravishing Rick Rude.
He could be Ravishing Rod Rude, I guess, right? I can get behind some Terrific Todd though.
Yeah. That's what the ladies call me.
I feel like I need like the flowing blonde locks and long hair or some kind of Ric Flair style.
Come out like the Nature Boy.
Right.
You say he just bought the new game. He went to sleep early so he could play it at 12 a.m. release. So he's planning ahead. So I guess he's gonna probably stream it, which would be good for everybody in the UK that likes to watch him, because they'll all be starting to get up. Oh, Modelo Negro, very nice. Vanessa's in the house. Hey, Vanessa. Happy Thursday to you.
What's up, Vanessa?
Hopefully you're staying warm up there. That ice stuff, I think, is supposed to go up to the Northeast as well after it comes up. So, Paul said at 2 barrel A's, fight over the Sun Imperial Stouts from Three Floyds today.
Oh, that's a good one.
Strength, 11.4. Buy it over the Sun. I don't think I've ever saw those.
Yeah, it's Sun. Should be Sun, I believe.
Okay.
But either way, though, that's a good one.
We do get some Three Floyds I saw at the places here. I haven't picked up any, though.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah. I'm just so happy I got a store that sells other half. Did I tell you that? I got a store that sells other half now.
Yeah. I think
yeah.
You can throw in some trading boxes for at some point.
So take that, Joe, Beer Patrol.
That's right. We don't need him. We don't need to snipe an ass no more.
Cheers, Kitty from Paul. The Cron for Gilbert. Hey, Wade, Skip, Vanessa. French toast and moonshine night. Oh, French toast with moonshine. There's a pairing for you. What kind of moonshine is it? Paul said, good mix. Sipping on some maple whiskey over the weekend. Oh, very nice.
That's one thing. That's one thing we didn't get. We were in Tennessee this past weekend and
moonshine.
Didn't get any moonshine.
Did you get anything while you're down there?
I didn't actually. Let's see. Saturday, Shannon, her brother actually was down there also. So it was me and Shannon, her brother, and her cousin. We went brewery hopping on Saturday, and that was about it. Really didn't even go to any place to get any beers this time.
See, I try. First thing I hit is like the beer store or something.
Yeah,
liquor store.
Usually I do too, but I never did.
Well, everything was a good time. I don't know. No problem with weather or anything.
No, weather was good. Let's see. Saturday was probably near 60, I guess. It was nice. We sat outside a few places and a little chilly at times, but it wasn't bad. Sunday was pretty good. Monday we came back and off and on rain. I think every time we've gone down there, it's either rained on the way down or on the way home, it seems.
Yeah.
It's weird. Just
random. We went to the seafood place again this past weekend. It's tasty. It's expensive, but it's tasty.
What do you get? You get lobster or...
I haven't got any lobster yet since I've been here. I've got I'm trying to think what I got there this time. It was crab something. I can't remember what it was now offhand. Oh, it was crab grilled cheese. Grilled cheese sandwich with crab stuffed in there.
Oh.
Yeah. And then I had the soup I had was a not a jambalaya, but what's the other one like in New Orleans? Gumbo. They had a gumbo.
Oh, yeah.
With like crab and sausage. Oh, it was so freaking delicious.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, and then my wife got the gumbo, and then I think she got like a crab sandwich or something. So, but yeah, it's not. Maryland's got the crabs. I mean, you're right here. So it's like, yeah.
Nothing better than fresh out of the ocean.
Right? Sit there looking at the boats out the window.
I'm gonna try to switch over to a laptop here in a minute if I can ever get it going. It's my daughter, so it's probably full of who knows what on here.
Yeah.
Shouldn't say that. But...
She's like, Dad, you ain't supposed to be in that computer.
She doesn't even use it anymore. She got a new one for Christmas, so it's a old one.
Oh, let me see. I'm gonna get some comments here. Yeah, Vanessa said, yum. East Coast whoop whoop, right? I had Wawa tonight for dinner as well. I love having Wawa again. nice Wawa hoagie. 3.5 hours away. So there you go. 3.5. Right. Snow and sleet. Storm started, so Vanessa's getting some of it now. That was the stuff from this morning that you guys got. And talking about leaving the area at the right time, we missed all that stuff. I was swinging down to Gettysburg when I meet there. Gettysburg, I remember I went to Gettysburg when I was a scout, so I know it's not too far. Of course, now I think Gettysburg, I always think, remember the Titans.
That's what I was just going to say. I was just thinking the same thing.
Funny how media can change your thoughts on stuff later on. Like, it just gets locked in. It's like me trying to think of the tag team song and not doing the commercial. I can't get away from the Geico commercial whenever I hear it now. I still sprinkles. I still think that, like get stuck in your head. When do you not throw shade at the awesome Microsoft? True. I mean, it happens a lot. And now they own Activision and Warzone's always screwing up. It's going to happen even more probably. Sipping on some Bird Dog Peach whiskey, half the price of Crown Royal, but just as sweet. Very nice. I don't have any whiskey here. That's one thing I don't have.
Oh, Bird Dog, no, I haven't.
Yeah.
I've heard of Bird Dog, but not the peach. I follow some of these people on TikTok, and all they do is like different shots of things,
Mm-hmm.
mixed drinks or whatever, and they always talk about that peach crown and different crowns all the time and how good they are.
Well, I know JV used to love one of the crowns. I don't know which crown it was. I think it was maybe the vanilla. Like a year, 2 years ago, he was all raving about that one. Wayne says, "Hey, Erie, Nature Boy Todd the Bod Ren." Woo!
There you go. Woo! Even better.
Blake's in the house. Cheers, Mr. Rajay and Todd.
What's up, Blake?
Finally got the other half supplier as well. Nice, Paul. See, Joe's slipping, and people are filling the spots for him. So we don't even need the beer patrol anymore now. Everybody's getting other half. It's like Oprah, you get other half, you get other half, you get other half. And I do like some other half. What's up, Blake? Here he says, "Hi, Blake from Vanessa. Our 17-year-old here, mom and stepdad moved to Tennessee." Yeah. Wait a minute. Your 17-year-old had moved with her mom and stepdad. Okay. I thought it said here, but it's her. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, wifey, I hear is quieter in the war zone since Alan quit the Claymores. It is pretty quiet. You don't have Alan in the background yelling or anything like that, or kind of miss his rants on the game now, you know. Cheers, Vanessa. Big Daddy in the house. What up, homie? Sipping Energy City Peanut Butter Cup Stout. Badass. You will be too soon. Oh, that sounds really good. Todd's got peanut butter right now, too. You guys having a peanut butter night here.
There you go. You can never go wrong with the peanut butter.
There's been episodes where people went wrong with peanut butter, but that's a whole different story.
Actually, that one from Iowa I had a week or so ago, I've still got one of those left. Actually, is better, but since my taste isn't as up to speed tonight, I thought, I better save that one.
There's that shit he still rants and raves. Blake is just another shit now. He's put that energy refocused on other stuff. He's in the y'all war zone. We got the crabs, the good type. Yeah, we do. You want to have the good type. You don't want the bad type of crabs. I had them, but I saved. Shaved. Oh, shaved. Scoop, there it is. Sprinkles, right? Every time you see that commercial now, it's like,
yeah.
You hear that song on the radio, you think of the commercial. It just ties together.
Scoop, there it is.
It's like when I hear Stuck in the Middle with you, I think of Reservoir Dogs all the time and the guy getting his ear cut off. It just happens. That song takes me to that scene every time. Crazy ass Michael Madsen cuts the dude's ear off. So he talks into it. Can you hear me now? It's like, that's messed up. You cut his ear off, then you're gonna talk into it. Like Tarantino, you're wicked in the head. Nothing can mess up Warzone. More LMAO is already a mess most of the time. That's true. Although it's actually been a little bit better. Though last night we had all kinds of issues trying to play that damn thing. Hopefully COD Mobile doesn't get too screwed up. Well, if Activision's involved, it's a possibility. Those suckers clogged the walls. I almost got a win today, so I promise it is broke. LOL, Blake. Blake's like, I almost got a win. I don't know what's going on. Erie's playing solos right now. Erie, you're probably going to win. Oh, you're awesome, Blake, but you're right. I'm sure it's broke. It's cold. Crown Royal salted caramel. Also, that's the one that JV was talking about too. Salted caramel. That's the one he liked. Your lips are moving, but nothing's coming out. Did you mute yourself?
Oh, I did because the dog started barking. Sorry. Yeah, I heard that. I heard that one was really good too.
Yeah, that's the one that JV was really raving about. Have you seen the Fruit Slices commercial with the Scout Troops? They lost, so girl whistles and speaks to the foul. No, I haven't seen that one.
Neither. I'm gonna mute myself again for a second, real quick.
I wonder if that might have been a Super Bowl commercial that came out, and I didn't really watch Super Bowl too much, so I haven't seen it yet. Maybe it'll start showing up on other stuff now. Oh. But this beer going down easy, 11%. Nice and sessionable, as Paul and I would agree on. drinking a bowl of chocolate-covered raspberries, essentially. Salted caramel are very good. Need to make a batch. Yeah, I feel like salted caramel in a lot of things is actually pretty good. I know some areas is caramel and some areas is caramel.
I know. I was wondering, is there actually any difference?
I think it's how they say it in different areas because it's the same thing.
I mean, it's
because some do spell it Caramel and some do spell it Carmel.
It's like cocoa and cacao. Is that different?
No, those are different.
Okay,
it's cacao and cocoa names are different. Yeah,
it's the same for caramel or caramel or whatever.
But ketchup and catsup is just about the same. They just spelled differently. So you say caramel here is what Vanessa said. Making me some coffee. I drank enough earlier today. The coffee to come back from the drinking, huh? But do you say sprinkles or do you say jimmies? That's the question.
Sprinkles or what?
Or jimmies.
Jimmies.
Mm-hmm. In the East Coast, we call them jimmies.
Really? No.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever heard that.
Although in that commercial, it would have been funny if he'd have been like, jimmies. Yeah, the East Coast, we call them jimmies. I don't know why we call them jimmies, but we call them jimmies.
Yeah, I've never heard that at all.
And then like other areas, we call them sprinkles. It's like Vanessa says jimmies. They call them jimmies up there.
Jimmies.
Yeah. Blake says sprinkles down in Arkansas. So,
like you talking like sprinkles, like on an ice cream or something?
On ice cream, yeah, on ice cream. The rainbow.
I've never heard it. I've never heard jimmies before.
Yeah, you go up there like in the East, and you go like Dairy Queen or Carvel or Friendly, whatever ice cream spot, and I'm like, oh, okay, some jimmies. So they'll say jimmies right there on the board, you know.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Want some jimmies? Be like, want some what?
As you get older, jimmies means something different too. So.
Right.
Which would have been another funny thing when the commercial would have been raining jimmies. What is going on here with Geico? Oh, let me see. CB in the house. Cheers, CB. He says, now Blake, smoke a few with me. Cheers, Rod and Todd. Hey, Erie and Vanessa. CB's in his relaxed mode. I say Carm L, Big Daddy. But caramel is fine, is what Vanessa said. Erie said enough magic water or coffee. Either way, you can have enough of either, Blake, right? Got to keep it rolling. CB, true wifey. Cheers, CB. I hate sprinkles. Jimmy's horrible. Or like Charles Brockett was like terrible.
Terrible.
I tell you what was terrible. For those of you that may have watched last weekend, that damn slam dunk contest. That's what was terrible. I feel like the NBA owes an apology to anybody that watched NBA All-Star Weekend because that was the worst slam dunk contest ever.
NBA All-Star game's a joke. NBA almost is a joke anymore. They don't play any defense. They don't even look like they're trying half the time.
Well, some of the games, I mean, they'll play as you get into more of the playoffs, but the All-Star game is just who can shoot from the farthest. I mean, Curry just was shooting from half court and stuff. Like, when we grew up as a kid, I remember like watching All-Star games and when it was like in the 80s and they like freaking went after each other. They played hard.
Oh, yeah.
Even in the NFL all Pro Bowl, they all went after each other. It wasn't like, oh, you know, just two-hand touch type stuff. So
I was gonna say that's another one that's a joke now. Freaking two-hand touch nonsense.
It's like why even have them?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you say long johns or Johnny suits or union suits? Wait a minute. Are these like for undergarment, like the thermal wear? Because I'd say long johns if that's what we're thinking of. I don't know about Johnny suits or union suits. Maybe Johnny suits makes me think of something different too. I know Jimmy's other meaning, right? Well, there's a Jimmy's with ice cream and there's a Jimmy's with ice cream, maybe.
Trying to see if I can get logged on their computer here.
All right. The trophy should just say winner. LOL. Yeah. And then there's baseball. On strike, why? I don't even know why they're on strike. I was telling somebody earlier, I think I'm going to try to get some Orioles games. I was like, wait a minute, they're like in a lockout right now. So I can't even go watch. I'm like 2 minutes from the Orioles ballpark, and I can't go watch a game when it starts.
Sucks.
Yeah.
You just walk over there and be right there.
Yeah. But tomorrow we have tickets going on sale for Paul McCartney.
Oh.
So he's actually going to be playing Orioles Stadium. So I'm like, I could probably just go out front and just listen for free and get a free concert out of it. Yeah, because the music will be coming right out. I don't have to worry about going to pay.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. I don't care about seeing an 80-year-old man up there on stage. If I can listen to the music.
Like, I know what he looks like.
I'll be like, do the right thing, get a little chair out front like the old guys did on that one, and just sit out there.
Drink beers that aren't $12 a piece.
Yeah. Yeah, have my own beers. I don't even need to go out there.
Yeah, good beers on top of that.
Smash that like button. Appreciate that, Ari. Yeah, so the apartment we're at, we end up getting we're on the 13th floor, which is fine, But last week we had a fire drill that went off. Like they thought it was like a fire thing. And it was like that was something. We moved to one thing and then something happened like a fire day, but it was basically a false alarm type thing. But at the same point, 13 steps down. Yeah, you never know. So, which I was good to go going down, but it was just like, let's hope this doesn't happen again.
Right. Yeah, no kidding. Better safe than sorry, I guess, though.
Well, yeah. Working in the house with no windows tomorrow, I'll be sporting long johns. So long johns are talking about thermal underwear then, right? That's what they are. That's what we call them. But that's what I'm thinking of. I never heard of them called the Union or the Johnny suits.
Long johns.
I mean, Johnny worked at the Union.
Donut.
Yeah. the donut. Now, it could have been a donut with the cream inside, yeah. Would you think that might have been a Johnny suit? But no, that's a long john. Sean Taylor created 2-hand touches of Pro Bowl after his hit. Well, yeah, because he was like playing the Pro Bowl like they used to play the Pro Bowl. Sean Taylor was a bad man for a bit,
Yes,
Still crazy how he died, got his career cut short. Or his life, actually, not even a career, just, that whole thing. Good choice, Big Daddy. Yes, thermals. Yeah, thermals we always call long johns. Although I haven't worn long johns since decades and decades. Well, I can't even think of the last time. Probably as a kid or something. Teenager, maybe. But if I was up there where Vanessa was or up there where Big Daddy is in Chicago, then I'd wear it because it gets a lot colder. 13 story is okay. Need 2 base parachutes. Good from 12. Might save you. Yeah, base parachute out. I'm good. I got a parachute. I'm not taking the steps. They don't take the elevator. Somebody had a wheelchair, so they had to take the elevator. But let me see. Union or Johnny suit is a one-piece long john with the rear access door. Oh, I remember seeing those in old cartoons back in the day. With the rear access door.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave that alone. Happy Punch Key Day. Military, keep your butt from freezing off. Yeah. Talking about freezing off parts, the guy from the Olympics that literally almost to the point froze his penis off. Like his penis was frozen. They thought they thought at one point he may have to lose it or something, I guess, but
Oh wow, I didn't see that.
Yeah, like I forgot what country he was from, but basically his penis was frozen during the Olympics. They were complaining about the cold. And it's like literally that's the first time I've ever seen, as much as we say as guys back in the day, it's so cold you'll freeze your dick off. That is the first time I actually seen someone coming close to
that actually happened.
That it actually happened too.
Didn't know it was an actual thing.
I thought it was all just words, but I guess it can happen.
Right.
Somebody just did it to prove the point. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's a bad day right there.
Yeah, that's a real bad day. 2-piece long john. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm not thinking of when I wore like long johns, it was like the pants were separate from the top, so for the shirt. But yeah, I know the One Pieces though as well. Yeah, I can't remember what country. I'll have to look to see what country that guy was from.
I never did even hear anything about that. Of course, I watched like 3 minutes of the Olympics total, probably.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of it really. I'm not usually a huge Winter Olympics person that much, but I watch occasionally. But then with everything else that was going on, it's just one, I didn't really have much time to do it, and then two, it was kind of like, especially we're supposed to be the harbingers of freedom. We're basically going to a country that is taking it away from people. So kind of a philosophical type feel. Oh yeah, and that would hurt so bad. Have my arms and they're frozen. It burns bad. Feel for him. Yeah, he said it was like really, really, really painful, which can imagine. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I would think.
I mean, if it's like frostbite there, you lose stuff when it's frostbite. I mean, you're probably freaking out too. Like, don't want to lose that. Like, take my leg, take my arm. Do not take that. Yeah, but literally almost froze it off.
Let's see.
Well, I'm almost done this big old 25-ounce bottle of beer.
That was fast.
Yeah, it'll take too long.
So
It's sweet though.
I didn't stop today to get those beers that I sent you a message on last night. It was raining pretty good today. I was like, I don't feel like getting out in that mess.
But there were some pretty good deals there. I mean, they should have been all pretty good shape.
I would think so, especially the Ommegang
triples. As long as he takes care of them all right and doesn't they're not out.
Yeah, see, that's exposed. The thing I don't know because it's a little bitty hole in the wall liquor store.
Yeah.
He just gets like buyouts. So I don't know where he's getting them from or how they've been taken care of because he sells them for cheap. Like those you get, I think that one was 20, well, not quite 25-ounce bottles, but 12 of them for $19.99.
Yeah.
They've been taken care of.
Well, the one case was 14 of the one. Yeah.
Yeah, for everything else, it was a case of beer was $14.99.
Yeah.
So, but the only thing, those Ommegang ones, those were like from 2000. I think that beer was like 2017. But still, I think that one would still be okay with age on it, I would think.
Well, that was a Belgian triples, and it was 9%. So,
yeah,
you might have been okay for that one. Yeah, I mean, that was just a big bottle. I mean, you're not losing too much to give it a try.
Right. Well, that's true. That one I might have. I told my brother-in-law, Shannon's brother, I told him about it. So he was maybe going to run by there. He likes the Belgian-style beers too. So might see if he just wants to split that one. We can go 6 bottles each for $10. At least
there
that way,
go.
If it's good, it's good. If it's not, then it's only $10.
Well,
I've had worse $10 beers, I'm sure.
Blake says, I like curling. Don't understand shit about it, but damn, that one girl, if I could whistle, I would. Curling is just shuffleboard on ice, really. My chemical suit was butyl rubber, but the underlayment was basically wax impregnated long johns with gloves and full socks and a hood, all wax impregnated. That does not sound comfortable for some reason. On the Henderson Brewing Expert Stout and Plantation Ex-Mecca Jamaican rum. Gilbert getting after it tonight. Carolyn, fun to watch, yeah. Sipping a cherry rye. Pipeworks, interesting beer. Pipeworks, I've had a couple of their beers. They're pretty solid. So the one who slides the pot gets all the credit, and the two who scrub the ice get no credit. Sounds like our government. LOL. Well, the scrubber should get credit. I mean, he's telling them what they need to scrub, but yeah, they all got their part to do.
I do like watching that. So
yeah, I like watching sometimes the ice skating when they're doing the races. Like, what was that one dude that we had? Apollo something like a few years ago. Yeah, speed skating. Yeah.
That's not bad.
I could watch some of that.
Get like teams of 3 and they're just right behind each other. I'm like, if one person screws up, it's like that whole line's going down.
Yeah. And occasionally I used to watch a ski jump back in the day, but back in the day it was kind of to see who didn't make it, like, kind of like going in NASCAR and waiting for the wreck. Because we grew up as kids watching Wild World of Sports, and they always showed the ski crash, right? We got accustomed to watching people fall.
Right,
so,
yeah.
We were programmed for failure. This one's gonna bite the dust. Oh, damn it, he made it.
All right, I'm gonna jump out real quick, and I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna try restarting this thing and see if it helps any.
Okay.
Be back.
Fill your tanks, guys. Gas prices gonna sky. Well, we're gonna have some different things probably taking place out of it. I don't know how much the gas may spike for a bit, but it may come right back to just being high and not real high because it's already high as it is. Oh, Bama wearing the pewter rubber suit you were sloshing around in your own sweat after 5 minutes. Yeah, like I said, it didn't sound like that was comfortable at all for what you had to put on there. Yeah, coming out of the stuff out of the Ukraine and this whole Russia thing, it's going to definitely be kind of an impact. But today, watching the stock market was kind of interesting, watching how low it went and then how it ran back up after the speech and everything. So somebody made some money out there. Some people made some money for sure, because that 1,000-point turnaround in a day, that's some dollars in somebody's pocket. But it'll be interesting to see what happens over here the next couple weeks with the Ukraine type stuff. Gas price help push electric cars, yeah, but not here. We are our one guy, he was a postmaster general. He did put a new order, and they got like 150,000 new gas postal trucks and like 10,000 electric trucks. They wanted him to get more electric and start getting the gas down, and he pretty much gave him the finger and got the gas anyway. They can't get rid of the guy. How can you put a guy in a job as the president and then nobody can fire the guy? Like, how's that happen? Like, if you can hire the job, how can you not fire the guy for the job? It's one of those. I guess it is true. If you get a job at the post office, it's hard to get fired from it. I mean, that's why people stay in those jobs, I guess. And some of the people at Popeyes, they can have the attitudes of some of the Popeye workers because they're not going to get fired like at Popeyes. Things going to get very expensive very fast. Yeah, it'll be, I don't know. It'll be, I kind of feel like there'll be a spike, but I'm not thinking it's going to be a long-lasting one, And CB, you know that from the market type stuff too. It's definitely going to be a hit to people, especially people that are struggling already. I think you're definitely going to have that effect, but we'll see what happens. The thing with Ukraine that people don't realize, it's got a lot of resources that actually come out of Ukraine. So that has an effect that could take place for sure. At this point in my life, I'm just trying to enjoy it, just along for the ride. But if I was younger looking down the road, it'd be like, oh man, we got to fix some stuff. We got to fix some stuff before things really get bad. The way I figure, I'll be going out at just the right about time before the proverbial shit hits the fan, the way things look half the time nowadays. Oh, let's see here. But I was going to wait for Todd to come back because I was going to do some of the different beer news here. So I'll give him a second. He's switching over, I think, to the laptop. He just sent me a message. His laptop's now updating. He cannot win for technology tonight at all. Let's see here. Guess over there with yeah, over there for sure. It definitely got impacted, and we'll see some stuff here as well. I forgot what the price was a barrel. I want to say it was like around 100, 101, 102 or something. They think it might go to 110 or maybe 115, but then they think it'll come back down after a bit. But the Saudis don't want to really put out more than they're putting out too. So you get into the squeeze of the supply and the demand as well. As long as weed and coffee don't go up, there will be problems. Don't go up. You mean there will be no problems if it don't go up? If it does go up, there's going to be problems. Yeah, I tell you what, if that goes up and people are going to stop going to the those little weed stores and start going back to the weed man on their corner instead, because it'll be cheaper than trying to go to some of these places that are legal weed now. Keep slinging that bad attitude, chicken and seafood Popeyes. Yeah. I think, like, where do Popeye workers go when they leave Popeyes? They go join the post office. It's like, for our job, we had to do some mailings. I had to go to the post office today and get some stuff stamped to send out. My buddy I work with, he went to his post office, and the lady didn't want to stamp them. So she said, well, here's stamps. You could put them on yourself. And he had to put stamps on all these envelopes by himself. And it's like, why didn't you just put the 1 meter stamp? He's like, she didn't want to do it. I'm like, but that's her job. Just he didn't want any confrontation. So he went ahead and was putting on the 5 cent and $1 or whatever stamps they gave him. I didn't be like, no, you need to do this. But what are you going to do with postal workers? Upgrading a lot of electric services because of people buying Teslas. Remember, the good chargers take 70 amps, almost half of a 200 amp service. There you go. Is it just the Teslas, though, or are there other cars that people out there are buying, too, that can use those? Weed Man is best. Weed Man's going to be pretty popular if things go bad, because nobody's going to want to go pay the retail price. People looking for that wholesale cut. Farmers said their wheat fields on fire. They had a bread basket of euro. Yeah, the second biggest export out of Ukraine is like wheat. So that's going to that could impact some of the brewing industry they're already talking about because of the barley and stuff. So it'll be interesting. As small as you look at Ukraine next to Russia, like Putin gave his little speech earlier, said he was worried about, Ukraine there and challenging the sovereignty of what he had. But it's like, look how small it is to you compared to what you all got there in Russia. But go ahead and say they're the problem. Honestly, Putin's wanted to put the old Russia back together for the longest time. He's old KGB, so that was always one of his goals. I'm like, if the dude's going to take out people that are running against him, yeah, he's got no problem taking out anybody else. What's up, Chad? What's going on? Cheers, my friend. It's been a while. Hopefully you're doing well. Most of my customers get Teslas. Ooh, that's a good customer base. That's some dollars. I've actually still haven't ridden a Tesla. My wife has ridden a couple Teslas, and she said she one of their Ubers she rode in one time, and it was the one, the self-driving one, and the guy was like, "Oh, look, you can drive with no hand." Like, I'd be like, put the hands on the damn wheel. I'm not here to see tricks. I want to see you drive the damn car. But then again, if I had a car that self-drove, I could get so much other stuff done if I needed to. Which maybe Teslas are the cars we were promised as kids watching the Jetsons. Maybe that's the new Jetsons car, Teslas. Well, actually, Chad, it's been a while since we spoke, but I am actually not in Cincinnati anymore. I am in Baltimore now. But Jungle Gyms is good any time of year. So are you planning to try to go to Jungle Gyms? Because they'll have good stuff. They'll have a lot of their stout type stuff usually around this time. They should be having one of their international stout beer fest coming up too. There's Todd. He had to go through the update.
Hey, you don't sound like you're on helium anymore.
Yeah. I need to go get some now.
I don't know what I was trying to restart it, and then all of a sudden it went into an update, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Last customer got 2 Teslas, 400 amp was 24,000. Ooh.
Yeah, grab another beer. I guess I could have done that
Yeah.
a while ago.
They do seem to be pretty smooth though with those cars. Here's a question for everybody: if there was any car you could actually have or go get, which car would you actually get? What would be your favorite dream car to have right now?
I wonder if these are working better now.
I listened to John Stewart's podcast on the weekend. He had a financial expert guest that has some interesting takes on inflation. Yeah, wow, okay. Anything you want to share with the class, Gilbert?
There we go. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
How the freaking Luya?
So with the laptop, it works a lot better.
No, I'm on their iPad still, but that was what was updating.
Oh, wait a minute. It was updating before. That's why you had to switch?
Well, no, I turned it off just to try to restart it to see if the sound would be any better. And then it went into an update as I turned it off and turned it on. And then it started updating. I was like, you got to be freaking kidding me. And then I was trying to get on Kylie, our daughter's old laptop, and shit, I couldn't get on anything. I couldn't get any of it to work on there. It's an old one anyway, but
yeah.
So I was like, just while I was waiting, I was trying to get it on, and it kept wanting to restart. It probably needs to be cleaned out bad.
Yeah,
but usually when we've used her AirPods with the iPad, it's like it was doing earlier. You were talking, but nothing would come out until like a few seconds later. It was delayed. But now it seems fine. So I don't know what the hell's going on.
It was like watching a kung fu flick.
It totally was.
I like that.
Godzilla shows or something.
I like that pick there, Big Daddy. That's a good one. Grand National. That's one of the cars I always wanted when I was younger. And before I left Kentucky, a few years ago, when the guy I used to work out with, he had a Grand National, original Grand National, only like 30,000 miles on it. He only drove it like maybe once or twice a year or so. Baby was sweet.
My friend had a Grand National when we were teenagers. He was a couple years older than me, so he was probably 18, 19, I guess, and he had it with his brother. Well, actually, I think it was his brothers, and he had the nitrous. Man, you talking about getting down the road?
Not that you needed it with the Grand National,
right? That thing was badass.
Yeah, those cars are pretty sweet. You know, you got something when the police ask you to take them off the road because they can't catch them. So
right.
It's like, what if Smokey the Bandit instead of a Trans Am, he'd have been driving a Grand National.
And his brother's like he does that type of work on cars and stuff, mechanical work, but he also does street rod type modifications to them. So that wasn't nothing for him to add that on to something like that. It's like, golly, man. I don't know if they still have it or not. I mean, that was probably talking in the 90s, so I don't know.
It's kind of like I said, it's not something you really need on it, but if you can put it on there, why not? Yeah. Right. All right. Well, that being said, why don't we go ahead and get into some of the beer news? Another new graphic. I'm messing around with all kinds of stuff on this channel right now.
You never know what you're going to get.
You never know what you're going to get. 2022, we got all new stuff coming at you. But
like a box of chocolates.
So we were talking last week about the Mountain Dew coming out with the hard stuff. So, Boston Beer and Pepsi teamed up to launch the 5% hard Mountain Dew. So apparently it's out now in Florida, Iowa, and Tennessee. I wish I would have known that last week because you might have been able to try to score some to see what it would have tasted like.
I totally would have went and looked for it.
But the 5% hard Mountain Dew is out as they're rolling it out, but those are the first 3 states that have started to receive it. I don't know how they came up with Iowa, Tennessee, and Florida. I can kind of see it being something in Tennessee and Florida, but then I'm like, Iowa? Like, how'd you get Iowa in there? So
yeah, that's kind of random.
Yeah. And then Schlafly is about to unveil their 30th anniversary sampler mixed 12-pack, which I know you know Schlafly out of St. Louis.
Right,
And so it'll be 4 beers, 3 of each: a pale ale, a Kolsch, a hazy IPA, and a low-cal IPA. But all of them are 5% ABV or below. So it's not a heavy thing drinking, but as you head into the warmer months, I don't know what the date was when it's coming out. I mean, you're probably looking at it coming out at the beginning of March or so. So it won't be fully warm, but at that kind of ABV, grab a 12-pack, take it to the beach or wherever you're going. Camping.
Close enough. Yeah.
You're not going to get all hammered on it. Let's see.
I've been seeing a lot of places doing like non-alcoholic stuff too now.
Yeah, you're getting definitely a run of that stuff out there as well. We were talking about a little about the inflation earlier. Inflation has been created by corporations by falsifying supply chain demands. I mean, I don't know if that's true. I think you do have some supply chain issues that are out there, but you have some things that are probably getting blown up. Just like you had the people that are getting arrested now for the PPP loans or whatever they got, through COVID and everything. All these people are getting arrested because they were using money to buy a yacht or go on vacations and all that stuff. And it wasn't really so corporate bad happenings, would not doubt it at all. Sweetwater Brewing, do like some Sweetwater out of Georgia. They're now expanding out to Oregon. I know Beer Man will be happy about that because he's out there in Oregon. So he'll be able to check out Sweetwater. I know a couple of the beers he's like to try it before. And also Washington. And that'll be their 39th and 40th states that they'll be into. So basically, they're only 10 states away from being in every state in the country. So
Sweetwater?
Sweetwater, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Now that's not surprising fully because they were bought out by the company in Canada that does weed, which I'm kind of surprised I don't see any THC type beers yet from Sweetwater that I've heard about. Because I would think that would be something they would work on where it can be made available since they have a weed company that owns them now.
Yeah, especially go with their 420 line of stuff.
Exactly.
You would think. Maybe it's in the works.
Yeah, last Grand National made in '87. That's the year I graduated high school. Because I said that was one of the things I wanted to get coming out of high school down the line, and nope, it was gone. And then back in 2002, they did a movie about the 25-year anniversary of it and did a whole thing about the Grand Nationals. Any Massachusetts beers you like or wanted to try? I get wherever, but I'm trying to think. Jack's Abbey's out of Massachusetts, so we try their beers. I get those beers once in a while. I do like Jack's Abbey. I can't think of all stuff offhand on the state because you drink so many different beers, but
I know.
I've had other ones from up there too. I mean, we got our Eric who's over at Lord Hobo, so I've had the Lord Hobo beers. They're out of Boston. Yeah. Do I want to try? I want to try as many as I try before I die. That's the. I definitely want to keep trying different ones. But we were talking earlier. You may mention just a little bit ago when you were coming back on about the Russia and Ukraine situation. So right now it is being seen where they're expecting beer prices to possibly take a hit because of the shortages they're seeing with barley coming out of the region and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's such a big exporter for the Ukraine for wheat and everything like that you can see your beer is going to be adjusted in pricing. So depending where you're at, just be prepared for that to see if anything does. I don't know how much they would probably kick up, but you might see a little bit here and there.
Depends on how much of a hit this thing takes altogether.
Yeah. I don't drink a lot of Sam Adams. I get it here and there. But I will tell you now that I'm in Maryland, I can finally get that Utopia Dogfish Head. So I do plan to pick that up here at some point.
Let me see. I think that's one I just picked up here a week ago or so.
The Dogfish Head Utopias?
Have you not seen it yet?
I've seen it. I know some places down here that have it, but I haven't picked it up yet.
Yeah. I saw it, and I grabbed a bottle of it, but I haven't opened it yet.
Oh, yeah.
Dang, I know that's what it was.
How much was the bottle when you got it?
Uh,
For like 10 or something?
$9.99 or $10.99. I can't remember
something
now.
like that.
Because I was thinking, I was like, damn, they had a 4-pack of it. I was like, I was gonna get a 4-pack, and I was like, no, it was like $40-something. Like, I'm gonna get one first just to see, and I'll go back and get it. But I haven't tried it. I've had it for about 2 weeks now, so they're probably out of them now, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the 120 here. A 4-pack of the 120 is $36, so a little bit less.
Yeah.
Usually everything else is a little bit more. That's actually a little bit less here. Green car or truck is a 55 GMC bag of Detroit Steels with crate turbo V6. Very good. Gilbert, he has some, he was putting up for a while different cars and stuff he liked as well. He had some pretty nice finds on Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Some of the trucks he put there are pretty sweet.
Post a lot of that old houses and shit too.
Pimp a nice truck. Let's see. If you're in Georgia, our buddy Blue Ice, he's down in Georgia. March 5th will bring back the return of Georgia Beer Day. So if you're in Georgia, make sure to try to raise a glass to your favorite independent brewery. Beer Day is something that the independent breweries in Georgia have come up with, and every March 5th, I guess, they salute the independent breweries. So, I mean, you could try it at a macro brewery. I don't know if they would know what it means, but
yeah, like what? Okay.
Why are you raising your butt? Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
So when I was in Cincinnati, Todd had been up for the Cincinnati Beer Fest that we had done before a couple times. I went at Duke Energy Center, Michigan. Winter Beer Festival returns this weekend. I wonder if Eric's going to go to that or if he knows about it. Up in Grand Rapids. Nice. Estimated 700 plus unique beers.
Oh, wow. I bet Jeff Nojinks probably goes.
Jeff will probably go, yeah. I mean, you got 700 beers, so it's $55 a ticket, and you get like 15 or 20 tokens, whatever it may be. And it's just like the tickets we had at Beer Fest. Now, think about that. At Beer Fest you've been to or up here when I was in Cincinnati, we had probably close to 500. Yeah. And it was tough to find the beers you wanted to get before you just like had to tap out, right? You're going to 700, you got to be really careful with the beers you want to try.
Right. But then again, too, though, it's a lot of them don't even take your token. Or, well, ours here, they don't do tokens.
No, I'm just thinking so you don't pass out like it's dark.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. I'll take one of everything. Will you? Okay. We'll call the ambulance now to pick you up.
I'm just thinking there's going to be people laid out. 700 beers at this beer festival.
Yeah.
I'm like,
but, those 700, you could eliminate a lot of them pretty quickly, though.
Yeah, I mean, Michigan's got a lot of good beer, though. That's the thing.
Well, I mean, for you and I going there, probably not. But, they'd be like your locals of, like the Cincinnati, beer.
Well, stuff that you can usually get anytime.
Yeah. So I mean, you can weed out some pretty quickly. Like I've had it, or whatever. I'm not that into it or whatever. But yeah, for an outsider going in, like, how many days we got?
I'd be like 700. I'd be like, I might faint at the door. That is crazy.
That's not that far of a drive. Well, it wouldn't have been for you either anymore. Well, it is now, but not.
Well, now it is, yeah. But back then,
Might have to look into that one next year.
Yeah.
We're actually going to ours next weekend. Next Saturday. Not this Saturday coming up, but the following Saturday, March 5th or whatever that is.
Yeah.
Like Tailspin coming back again.
Tailspin has how many beers usually?
Yeah, I don't know how many they have, but it's a bunch.
Yeah.
They had it in October, but it was because of COVID, so they made it in October, but then they had it again. So we just went to the one in October. Now we're going again next weekend, which is their normal time for it. So
yeah.
I don't know how many beers they have. That's a good question. I don't know what they advertise on their site for it. Let me pull it up and see. But it's a good one, though. I like it a lot. Now it is outdoors, which this time of year is kind of like iffy, but it's not usually too bad because it's all tinted for the most part. Mm-hmm. So let's see. Okay, they just say access to over 250 beers from local breweries like Against the Grain and more in the Kentucky tent, such as the Scout and Scholar, different beer, Bell's, Rheingeist, whatever. So they're only claiming over 250, over 250 beers.
And you usually have a good amount, right? When so you're like 3 times that amount if you're at the Michigan Beer Fest.
They sound really weird again. What the hell's going on with this stupid thing? Now you sound like a demon devil or something instead of on helium.
The demon.
I'm gonna jump out and jump back in and see if that helps any.
He's having all kinds of things. Okay. Let Todd jump out, jump back in. Chad has said, if you could highlight a new beer that was excellent, what would it be? Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm trying to think of some of the other beers I actually had. I have to look at my thing here. Probably they don't remember all the different beers you actually have. I don't.
StreamYard does not like Apple stuff for some reason.
Is that what you think it was?
I'll be back because I can't understand anything you're saying now.
Understand the words coming out of my mouth. Todd's having all kinds of issues. TV pops back in here. Uh, 50% of manual tech is easy to work but hard to use. Good exercise. On. Okay. I would say one that I just had. I would say it was it was like full excellent beer. Going back to Chad's question, there was one from Wet City Brewing here in Baltimore. I just picked that up since I've been here, and they had a Snickers Imperial Stout. So you'll see a review upcoming on the channel on that one. That one was a pretty decent one. The other half, all Simcoe everything. There'll be a review on that one too. I picked that up since being here. That was pretty decent. I had the Brewery Gang Seduction. That was a solid one. I'm just trying to look back to see what I've had more recently. For me, it's kind of like when I have the beer, I have it in that moment. And when that moment's over, I move to the next thing. So, but I will say Rheingeist had a really good Black is Beautiful. That was their barrel-aged Imperial Oatmeal Stout. That was actually a really good one. Speaking of Rheingeist, because they were the next one I was going to talk about here with the beer news, they are actually now launched into Michigan. So Michigan will now be getting Rheingeist beers, and they'll be bringing their full lineup, it says, as well. So Todd, who's trying to reset the stuff, he's familiar with Rheingeist too. But for you guys in Michigan, you have a nice brewery popping up with that one. Not to streams like Apple, right? Or non-stream. Do people still line up at Apple stores for stuff, by the way? Like, do people still go crazy to get the Apple new stuff when it comes out? I always remember those people camping out and everything. So, Foo Fighters. So, Foo Fighters has partnered with Coors Light for spiritually enhanced beer. It's actually a new beer they're doing. It's more of a new label on the Coors Light beer to honor the new upcoming movie from Foo Fighters called Studio 666. It's a limited edition label. So if you happen to see that out there, you're a Foo Fighters fan, you might want to pick up a Coors Light. I don't know if any band can make you want to pick up a Coors Light, but if you're a Foo Fighters fan, maybe that's it. And then they have a new movie coming out, which I didn't even know those guys even did any acting at all. So it'll be interesting to see. But I do like some of the Foo Fighters music. They're a pretty good band, but it's kind of interesting they teamed up with Coors Light for that. And if you're not a Coors Light fan, is there any band that you like that they teamed up with Coors Light would get you to drink Coors Light beer? Switch headsets. I couldn't get the audio to come through. Oh wow, you must have the same stuff Todd's having right now. Todd's having issues as well. Is it Apple, Vanessa? 1792 bourbon, very nice. You know, I see that all the time. Well, at least I did before I left Cincinnati, and I'm sure it's here as well. I need to try that. Excellent, nice. Try to enter the giveaway for this, but it's not available in most states. What's up, Josh? Good to see you, my friend. You were trying to get a giveaway for what though? Was it the Foo Fighters label? And then also, CB, you were just in Daytona, if you're still here, but the Beer and Bacon Festival returns to Daytona Beach this Saturday. And I just thinking beer and bacon and the beach, that sounds like a pretty good weekend. What could be better? Now, when I was in Kentucky, we had beer, bacon, and bourbon. Didn't have a beach. It was the dirty Ohio River, but it's beer, bacon, and bourbon. So bacon goes good with anything, but just to, have that with beer and to have bourbon.
We had one of those here, but I didn't go to it. I wish I would have, but
yeah. I love beer. I love bacon. I love bourbon. But especially in Daytona, they're going to have one at Daytona Beach this weekend where it's Beer and Bacon Festival. And just made me think, having beer, bacon, at the beach, you're good to go. So,
right.
Okay, so it was Foo Fighters. Yeah, the Foo Fighters, kind of interesting, like I said, with them teaming up on that. But yeah, I was thinking, like, if you're not a Coors Light drinker, is there any band they could put on the label of Coors Light that would make you drink Coors Light?
Any band?
Yeah, like any band or artist you like that would team up with Coors Light and you would drink it because you were just a big fan.
No. Like, I like you, but I don't like you enough that I'm gonna, unless that was my only options.
It's the old Doc Holliday. My hypocrisy only goes thus far.
Right, exactly.
I can always bring something back to Tombstone. I do not buy Apple products. There you go. Vanessa does not buy Apple products.
Yeah, me either, Vanessa. These ain't mine.
Apple is great for computer gaming during the '80s. Well, I learned to program BASIC on Apple, back on the Apple IIe. That's where I learned to program BASIC, and then started out doing COBOL, but then I ended up quitting the class. Bose headset. Nice. Doing thing new one needed. Comp reset. Those are nice.
She came out here I was trying to do something on it, and she said, I keep cussing at it, and she goes, they're hearing you. That's probably why they're not letting it work. I'm like, I don't give a shit.
Series
$1,200 or $1,300 or however much this stupid thing costs, you ought to be able to fucking jump on it and drive it somewhere.
Damn, Siri, make it work. Siri, make it work.
Yeah, right.
Anyone like oatmeal stouts or IPA with flake? I like both of them.
Yes.
Was there a certain one you had in mind, Chad? I like the IPA with the flaked oats. I like that it has that creamy type feel, and I like the oatmeal stouts with the creamy type feel there too. Makes that smoothness. Let's see here. So, a few other beer news things. Hog River Brewing releasing the Bombshell IPA, and this is up near where Vanessa is. I think they're out of somewhere up in the Northeast. I'm trying to think what state it is. It's not Mass. I don't know if it's Connecticut, but it was an IPA brewed by 3 female brewers to empower and uplift women in beer, set to release March 5th. So Hog River Brewing, kind of a nice little thing there. They're doing one from where Todd, Sun King, is teaming up with Viva Tia Maria to create an Una Mexican-style beer and beer cheese. So they're working together to kind of do that. But then I said there's been debate out there around the whole idea of what is a Mexican style lager anyway? Because see, Mexican style lager isn't recognized by like BJCP or as a certain style. And a Mexican style lager can be a pale lager, an amber lager.
Right.
And then the whole thing becomes like, you look around the beer world, you don't see a lot of, like in the craft beer world, again, it gets to the whole diversity thing, but you don't see a lot of Mexican employees. So it's like, whose idea is the Mexican style lager? Because I mean, and people say, well, it's like a little, maybe a corn type feel. Well, American lagers in the States, they put corn in the stuff too. So how do you come up with the whole Mexican style lager type thing? Nobody seems to know.
I think they just make their own shit up and just people go along with it.
I think that's what it is.
Like with all the other beer styles. Hey, let's just call this one hazy. Okay, why? Because you can't see through it? Yeah, that's why. Okay.
But it's not like you see an Italian style lager or French style lager. It's like, but yeah, Mexican style lager, right. That sounds about right.
I mean, I take it as like a Corona or something, and just because it's from Mexico, it's a Mexican lager, I guess. I don't know.
It's like, I think back in the day, one of my friends that I used to work with, her friend, she was telling us one time where the guy she was dating met her family, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I love Mexican food." And they're like, "Have you ever had Mexican food?" Like, "Hey, we go to Mexican restaurants all the time." And it's like, "We got a Chi-Chi's," and they were like, "Chi-Chi's is not a Mexican restaurant."
Yeah, they just start laughing at you like, "What?
They're like, "Do you even know what Chi-Chi's?"
American Mac, whatever.
They're like, "Do you even know what Chi-Chi's means in Mexican?" And he's like, "No, what?" It's like, it means titties. Nobody would name their restaurant Titties. It's just like it's an American thing, like. Yeah. It's like Mexican style lager. It's like the strong ale. It's a question mark around that style. Like, why are we calling it that? Let me see. I did machine language on distinct IBM and DEC computers in 70s. 72 is great, but very old Barton bottle and bomb, which is the same juice only available in Kentucky. 1792. Name of the company, Rod. The name of that brewing company was Hog River Brewing. That's the one with the Bombshell IPA. I love all beer, Chad, except blueberry shit and Scotch ales. But it is not all, is it, Big Daddy? Yeah, I can't stand a shandy. Shandy's the one I can't.
No blueberry. Scotch ales. Damn it! I have to take all those beers out of the box I was going to send to him now.
If a bar only serves stouts and porters, which one would you most like to order? Well, the thing is, trick question. A stout is really a porter as well. In fact, it used to be called a stout porter. So stout came from porter. All stouts really are porters, but not all porters are actually stouts. Let that simmer for a second. But that being said, I would choose probably the stouts. I'm more of a stout type person. I like the bigger ABV. And I like the more fullness of the body. Porters tend to be a little bit thinner.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah.
And Shannon would go the same because she doesn't really like porters for the most part because she thinks they're too watery or thin.
Yeah, a lot of times they're thinner, right? That's why they came up with the stout porter to give it some girth. Tasty blueberry muffin. Blueberry muffin. I haven't had a blueberry muffin in a long time. But that's anything you make is probably pretty tasty. I've seen your stuff. So
I was going to say.
So I know what a Scottish ale. All right. Big Daddy's not a Scottish ale person. What can you say? Chi-Chi's and Mexican is food poisoning. But the margaritas are good. Doubts.
They even actually have Chi-Chi's anymore?
I don't think they have the restaurants. It's just the stuff you could buy in the store, like the salsa.
Right, yeah. Yeah, and the chips or whatever.
The chips and the taco kit or something if they have that.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
Let it sizzle at thick sliced bacon. I like your thinking there, Vanessa. Always add some thick sliced bacon. Hey, Peggy, what's going on? Cheers. Happy Thursday to you. It's been a while.
What's up, Mom?
Trying to keep your son in check here. It's not an easy job. I'm in all of your power.
She knows better.
Yeah. In the apocalypse, head up this way, we make good food. Well, the apocalypse, we're all coming to your house. We already decided this. So yeah, things go bad. I mean, now it's actually easier for me to get to Vanessa's house. I just go right up 95.
I'm kind of thinking, who needs an apocalypse? We'll just go and show up anyway. She got the nice swings around the fire pit and this grills and the food, and like we're just gonna show up, knock on her door one day.
Stouts
Just bring her like a case of just bring her a case of dragon's milk, and I think it'd be all good.
Stouts or porters, just start pouring. Well, I think if you make a good poutine, Gilbert will come down as well. So
Ooh.
Gilbert loves a good poutine.
Yeah.
Hey, Peggy from Vanessa. Can't keep them in check. Yeah, I know that, right? Yeah. I think me, you, and Shannon agree on that, Peggy.
Wait a minute. You gotta throw her in the conversation too. I blame her for it, not me.
Yes, now closer.
Rod said can't keep me in check. No, Rod said it's hard to keep me in check, and my mom's on there, and she goes, "Yeah, I can't keep him in check either." I said, "It's not my fault."
Peggy says hi, Vanessa, as well. And barley wine, Eric. You don't like barley wine, Big Daddy? Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Shrimp Creole. Learned that from cooks in Louisiana. She's making it all right there. So
yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. If we're on Survivor, I can tell you who's not getting kicked off the island. It's Vanessa.
That's right. No doubt. For sure.
Well, thank you, Peg. Yeah, everything's going good thus far for the most part. So we're pretty happy here in Baltimore in the new apartment. And some point in time, Shannon, when they come to visit up to this area, we'll hang out, do some stuff, and take them around the harbor, go to Annapolis or something.
Yeah, it'd be fun. I definitely like to, since you're, not unless you move before we get down that way, go to a game since you're just across the street. If they ever start playing again.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that far. Actually, Shanice's office is like around the block, like 5 minutes, not even like a 2-minute drive. Oh yeah, poutine down there and pea meal in a bun. Gilbert's in. First caught crawdads in Shreveport. I've never done crawdads. I could never get into them. Like the whole process, I feel like there's too much work. Crab legs itself is enough work for me.
I agree. With both.
Yeah.
Especially, what's even worse is the crawfish is you get even less meat out of them than you do for the crab legs. It's like I'm gonna die of starvation before I get enough meat out of them to even eat anything.
Gilbert's a Big Daddy's an alien for sure. Eric says Stout supporters are pouring added barley wine. I'm a fan. Oh, so you do like barley wine. Okay, so yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Crawdads are good. I know people that love crawdads. I never did them.
I like them, but they are a lot of work.
Langostino are yum as well. Yes, like I like shrimp, crab. I mean, I like seafood. I don't know. I just felt like it was just too much to deal with the crawdads. But yeah.
Just made me think of Forrest Gump and he said shrimp. Like shrimp. Barbecue shrimp.
Gilbert's a fan of the barley wine for sure. Yeah. And so the last news thing, which is kind of funny. So Troy Aikman is now visiting San Antonio bars to show off his new beer, which is called 8. Obviously, 8 was his number when he played in the league. 90-calorie light beer, designed more for health-conscious type drinkers. So it's a light beer that he's actually putting out there. But it's just funny because it's called 8. And I'm like, they should have called it like the last time, because that's the last time the Cowboys were in the Super Bowl.
That would have been even better.
Just saying. Just saying, there was other names they could have used for that beer besides 8.
Somebody said, "Yeah, it's called 8." I guess they must have had a Super Bowl commercial. I didn't see it though, but I was like, "Well, I think that was his number when he played was 8." That's probably why I was like, "Oh yeah, I guess that's why."
Yeah. So 8 was his number when he played, but they haven't been back since Troy was their quarterback. So that's got to be tough for the Cowboy fans, though. Because all the talent they've had over those years and just couldn't get it done. And the only constant was Jerry Jones. I'm just saying.
I was thinking, so they haven't been to the playoffs since he's been gone.
They haven't won a playoff game since
Won a playoff game. Okay,
Yeah,
so I thought they were.
I think they got there, but they lost with
Yeah.
Romo, I think, a few times.
Mm.
And people thought, well, we get rid of Romo, we'll win again. Oh, they can't win with Dak either.
Yeah,
It's like,
Nope.
I don't know. It's like the curse or whatever. So
something.
I mean, for the talent they get that comes through that team, this is what I'm thinking. Like,
I mean, even now, the receiving core they have is good. They got a good running back.
yeah,
I mean, I guess Prescott's okay, but
it's like,
just can't get it done.
it's like you guys should have won a playoff game by now, or even if you
You
get
would
Super
think.
Bowl, you should at least won some playoff games. You should have been.
I mean,
A
you
lot
get there
better
enough,
you are.
Yeah, I mean, you get there enough, you should accidentally win one at some point.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like being in Cincinnati. The years I was in Cincinnati, it was kind of like you had some talent, but you didn't have as much talent as the Cowboys had around. You had a couple key
Right.
players.
Right.
Like you're like, oh, we might have a shot this year. Okay, there is no shot this year. Cowboys pretty much had a shot every year, and they could not get it done.
Right. Exactly.
And it's like you're in the NFC least. It's you, the Redskins, the Cowboys, and the Giants.
Yeah. Where a losing record gets you to the playoffs pretty much most years.
You still can't get it done.
Was it last year or 2 years ago? Washington, I think it was last year, made it with like a losing record.
Look at losing record, yeah.
Yeah. Like, how's that even possible?
That's the last one. No, the last they won the Super Bowl in the 90s when it was Aikman and Irvin and Smith was there.
Smith, yeah.
And the Dion came and won with the Cowboys after the Niners, I believe. I think he won with the Niners and then he became a Cowboy afterwards, right? Or was he a Cowboy first and then went to the Niners? Because I know he won with both.
I think that was after the Niners. I think that was late in his
Yeah,
career.
because Steve Young was like 91 or something when he won there, I think, or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he ended up coming there, yeah. And like Charles Haley came. Charles Haley has like 7 rings or something? Like Charles Haley's like the Robert Horry of the NFL.
Yeah.
Like
Of course, then you got Brady who's got that himself. Also.
Yeah. I think Haley has 6 rings. I think Brady was the first one with 7. But Charles Haley had 6 Super Bowl rings.
Yeah, I think you're right.
If someone didn't like Belgian Ale, may show up at their house, right? How do you not like Belgian Ale? Which I like this Belgian Ale, that's for sure. Cowboys deserve it. So how about them Cowboys? I haven't said that since Jimmy Johnson. Curse, don't use eminent domain and confiscate land from a family. It's 5 generations to build your almost $2 billion stadium. That might help the curse. Yeah, maybe some poltergeist type curse or whatever or something. Like they took all those people's houses to build that stadium.
Right, yeah.
Got the biggest TV. And like, why do you get TV that big anyway? And what game was it? One of the playoff games, some punter hit the TV again, so they just redo the play.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was a punter, I keep going for the TV every time just because it's like, why not?
Well, you might as well.
Yeah.
Now, is the Rams stadium? It's probably bigger now, I would think, right?
Yeah, but the Rams stadium, it's another one that's like, I found out, I was talking to someone earlier, and they were telling me how with the Rams, they pretty much, how they got rid of all the homeless people for the Super Bowl. Because that area's got like a lot of homeless people, and they pretty much had to shift them all out and do all the different things and security because of all the gangs and stuff like that were out there. So that's kind of a shame.
What was that stadium? That stadium was what, like $2 billion or something like that?
Probably taxpayer money.
Yeah.
I still have the delirium. Like, you got to try that one, Vanessa. That's a good one, I'm sure.
Yeah, no kidding. What are you waiting on, Vanessa?
Classic Wellington Brewery Imperial Russian Stout. Nothing wrong with Imperial Russian Stout. It's a big stout. But I did finish all the beer news for tonight, so that was the beer news segment, and now we'll go back to our regular programming. I just wanted to play that again because it's
cool. Why
because it's cool. Yeah.
And you're in charge.
And remember, all kinds of shit happening right now. So yeah, I might be getting a little buzzed, but yeah, just start throwing everything out there. We'll go live, like Bill Riley. We'll go live. Do it live.
Glad you like that. Our Lady.
Yeah, so that was, I couldn't remember when I got that. I was like, did Todd send this to me or did I find this somewhere? Because I didn't know if they were like getting distribution. I couldn't remember. So that's the one you had gotten to me then.
I think that was one I dropped off at your house when we were passing through that day.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I couldn't remember if I picked it up somewhere and it was like,
yeah,
it had the labels up on it. I maybe you got distribution. I can't remember. So
yeah, no, they don't
order from
distro
seller.
anywhere.
Yeah, so I said, let me get this out of cellar and get this one going, and it was tasty.
Because that was their 1 year anniversary beer.
Yeah.
I've got another one I was thinking about maybe, which I may have to send it out your way. They had it. What's it called? It's a Weller stout aged in Weller barrels for 18 months. That they aged it for 18 months, and it's pretty good. Yeah. What the hell is it? I forget what the hell it's called now. I'll have to look it up real quick and see. It's gonna drive me nuts.
Yeah, I did have to hit them though. They didn't have a date on the bottles. I had to hit them on that.
It's like yeah. I guess maybe because it's brewery owned.
I mean, I knew it was a 1 year anniversary. I knew they just opened, so I knew what the year was. I'm just saying, I'm trying to get good practice, good business practice, get the dates out.
Right. I sent him that video too. Just
did you?
I haven't heard back from him, so I don't know if he's watched it yet or not. But because then I said this is the guy who's been trying to hook you guys up so you could do like an interview him or whatever.
Yeah.
He still wanted to do that, but
yeah,
so
definitely.
Just so he could get the review on it or whatever.
I had Sam Adams in Cincinnati email me something earlier. They got something going on there too. I gotta take a look at that to put on the blog.
Let's see. What the hell is the name of?
Gilbert said Bart Starr is still the king of the NFL playoffs. Never lost in the playoffs. Well, neither Joe Montana. Joe Montana did. Neither Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they got 4 rings.
And that beer is called All Too Weller.
All Too Weller.
It's 13%.
Oh, session ale.
Yeah. It was aged for 18 months in a Weller barrel. It's pretty good. I've got a bottle downstairs. I'm going to age it for a little bit because it's a little, it's a little strong at the moment, but it's not overpowering still. Like with the alcohol, it's not too bad. But I like to see how it goes in about a year's time if it mellows out a little bit.
See how it does, yeah.
But it's good though. It's pretty good. If they still have one, I'll see if I can get one out to you.
Gilbert said, "Go Pack, go trade Rogers." What is Rogers? Rogers is kind of looking like he's trying to get the '70s porn look going again or something. Like the stuff I see him on, it's like, dude, are you like going back to like the '70s, like trying to
no doubt
bring back the porn stash? Like, what is happening with you?
Something.
Brady almost did double that 4 rings. I mean, that would have been number 8 if he'd have pulled it off with Tampa Bay there. I mean, just think about this. So Brady with the Patriots got 6 rings? Because he got 1 with Tampa Bay.
Right.
But in his time with the Patriots, it was like he was in the Super Bowl basically once every 2 years.
Yeah, I think it was like half of his years he was in the Super Bowl for half.
Yeah, he was there like 20 years and 10 times in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, that's crazy. That's like a stat like no one had. Like it's just
No, I don't think anybody will ever get that.
No, it's like every other year basically you were in the Super Bowl. I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah, it really is.
It could have been a little bit more if like this was like one time he lost to the Colts where Peyton Manning took him out in the championship game.
Yeah.
And then maybe the Steelers might have took him out or something.
I wonder. Yeah, I was gonna say.
He has some good matchups.
I wonder how many of those years total did he go to the AFC Championship?
I remember him losing in the championship to
I'm pretty sure
Indianapolis.
Yeah, pretty sure we beat them once.
Because I think when Peyton went the first time, they lost it for the Colts, but he beat the Patriots to get there.
Yeah, I think. Did they do it? Did he do it?
And I think the Steelers. I think the Steelers with Tomlin beat the Patriots when Tomlin won the Super Bowl. In Denver, he may have beat him again.
I was gonna say, I was wondering if Denver beat him the year they won the Super Bowl with Manning.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering how many years did he make it to the championship, AFC Championship? Where he just one game away from the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's
counting the Super Bowl years like that. Had to be like probably 3/4 of his games, I would say.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's made it more than Belichick because he made it Tampa Bay, not a Patriots. So they say, oh, it was Brady, it wasn't Bill.
Right.
Bill's like the old Cleveland Bill now.
Yes, he is. He totally is. Like, you ain't so genius after all, are you?
You ain't so genius. You're still that same Browns poster we had years ago. Half-ass, what's going on, homie? Move went pretty much well. There's a couple things that were checking the moving company they misplaced, but outside of that, everything is set up here in Baltimore. So I'm going to start trying to get some Baltimore stuff up on here. There's some visits. I got to go back out to Guinness to finally sit down and do some stuff there. The site is pretty fantastic looking, though. So those pictures I put up on Instagram. Mr. Aikman's story on a date with a chick. Cowboys on TV said she loves Troy and into chicks. Sets up with a three-way and actually knows this chick she set us up with, and I hate her and she hates me. Big Dad. Oh, that's goodness gracious. I don't know where you would go with that one.
Yeah, not sure.
Oh, Ric Flair still has more championships. And he says, it didn't happen. Yeah. Yeah, Ric Flair has more championships than the Cowboys. Or you talking about Tom Brady. But it's wrestling, so we know who's supposed to win in wrestling. So it's all staged, right? Yeah. Or back in the day, people get fights on that.
Yeah,
people like, it ain't Tom Brady. Yeah. But put Tom Brady and the Cowboys together, and Ric Flair still has more championships. True. I remember people used to get into fights back in the day when they say wrestling was fake. Like some people were just like, it's not fake. It is. Like,
yeah. How do they still do that now?
Yeah. It's like
that's what I say. We just call it entertainment.
Yeah. I mean, they put their bodies through hell, though. That's for sure. But,
yeah, they do.
It's just scripted. But, yeah. God, I haven't watched a wrestling show in so long. It was funny, though, back in the day, like back in the 90s and early 2000s, when it was all live, they'd have all kinds of things happen that shouldn't be happening. Like they slip. And it's like, oh, we need to put delays in this thing because apparently tops are popping off or things are happening that shouldn't be happening.
Oops.
Yeah.
Like Gargle, did I do that?
Yeah. Oh, man.
They're like, okay, you're going to cable now. We can't show you anymore on regular TV.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, do I want another beer? Are you drinking another beer or your beer is almost gone?
Mine's almost gone. I don't know how much longer we're going to stay on.
Okay.
I mean, I can if you're going to get another one, I guess.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess
the ball's in your court, right?
Well, I would get another one. The thing about being in an apartment, I'm not going down 2 flights of steps now. It's right over here, so I will be.
There you go.
I'll be right back. Scoot.
Shut the door so we don't hear you.
Lean over. Close the fridge. And I'm back.
There you go.
Yeah. Just to roll over to the closet.
Didn't even break a sweat on that one.
It's like when we had the house, the wife was like, "You shouldn't have the beer fridge in your office. I'll never see you." Then we get an apartment. It's like, I got to put it somewhere.
That's right. But some things never change. All right. I'll be right back. I'll grab one myself.
All right. So the beer I'm drinking now for you guys watching, it is Dogfish Head. No, sorry, Dogfish Head. Flying Dog. It is a cream team cookies and milk, or cookies and cream milk stout, 9.5% ABV. So this is the one I'm actually drinking right now. It's a decent another dessert beer. And it's a seasonal release, so if you do see this out there now, you want to pick it up. But it does have a little cookies and cream feel to it. Star finished with 2 Super Bowls and 5 NFL championships for the merger. All right. Could have been more, but for Paul Horning's betting in Texas. Yeah. No doubt. Bar Star is definitely one of the ones out there. He gets missed in a lot of this talk. You know, people always talk about who's the GOAT and the best and this and that. And it's hard to compare because there's different eras, right? Like you have Bart Starr from back in the day. You had Johnny Unitas from back in the day. You had these other players that don't get that recognition. It's like linebackers. Like a lot of people, you know, younger, like say, well, Ray Lewis. And I'm like, yeah, but Ray Lewis, as good as he was, you also had a Jack Lambert. You also had a Dick Buckets. You also had a Ray Nitschke. You had all these other guys that you guys don't really know about or see that were beasts out there. So it's hard to always say who's the greatest because all the different eras and then also the different rule sets and also the thing with the schedules, right? Like back in the day, Jim Brown was the leading rusher, right? But he got passed, and then he got passed by Peyton, and Peyton got passed by Smith. But it's like Jim Brown was running on a 12-game schedule.
You're right, yeah.
Peyton was a 14 and 16. Emmett was a 16, right? Someone will pass probably one of them now, and it'll be like a 17-game schedule that they had, you know? So you got to look at the average. Like I said, look at the average. Like Barry Sanders, I think, is still probably, in my book, tops on the list for running backs. That's just me. That's just, you know, I think he's up there. But I also think someone like a Jim Thorpe is up there as well. Gale Sayers is another one that's up there. But a lot of people don't see these other people. They were so long ago.
I like how they still think like 1,000-yard rusher is a big deal. Like if you break it down, like that's only like 60-something yards a game. Like that's
with the schedule it is now. Yeah,
you're right. Yeah. But like you said, 1,000 yards in a 12-game schedule. That's a pretty good. You know, that's really good. That's damn near 100 yards a game.
Yeah.
But they never changed that as the years have gone by. It's like, okay, he's a 1,000-yard rusher. Like, okay.
Yeah, it's like
he had 17 games to do it.
It's like Dickerson getting 2,000 plus yards, whatever he got, like on a 16-game schedule, versus OJ getting it on a 14-game schedule. It's like OJ had a better thing because he had less games to do it in. You know what I mean?
Right.
When you break it down, so it's not just the total numbers, everything you have to go through, but it's like now people are saying is Aaron Donald the best defensive player ever because he is like does, and Aaron Donald is a beast. And getting the amount of sacks that he gets from a defensive tackle position, because he's not an edge rusher, is incredible in itself. But how do you say is he the best versus a Lawrence Taylor or a Ray Lewis or a Ray Nitschke, or like the other players I was mentioning? You know, they're all different positions. You know, Aaron Donald, he draws a double team. Dion shut down half a field because nobody would throw to Deion side when he was out there, you know.
True.
LT, you know, people had to adjust to him, like, to find out where he was in the field. So, yeah, all these other positions that were out there for these players, it's hard to always say who was the best of all time, so to speak. But that's my take.
Daddy, if Big Daddy's still out there, I'm sure you do since you're Illinois. You get beers from them.
Who's that? Morever?
Morever. I guess it's Morever. Or maybe it's just Moore. It might just be Moore Brewing Company.
This is more than Morever. It's the name of the beer.
And the beer is Morever, I believe. Let's see. They're in Huntley, Illinois, so I'm sure he gets them.
Nice
I just
can
wanna know
design.
what he thinks of them. Yeah, more ever is the name of the beer. So we get them here now within the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 months, I guess, probably. They're pretty good. This is the last one of this one I've had, but I've had it for probably a month, I guess. But still holding up pretty good though. At least I can still taste with my cold anyway.
So that's a New England IPA, hazy.
Yeah.
More
It's
brewing. Double dry hop.
Citra, Simcoe, and Motueka.
Motica.
Is that how you say it, Motica?
It says endless succession of juicy pineapple, grapefruit, and tangerine.
Yeah.
Leveled out with hint of bitterness.
It's pretty tasty. I like it. Kind of that good.
I'll tell you what. Well, on Untapped,
cloudiness to it.
The average rating from everyone is 4.07.
Yeah.
But for my friends, it's 4.04.
Shit, I've never even checked it in yet for some odd reason.
What do you think it's worth?
I'd say it's at least probably 4.25.
Yeah. Yeah, my friends got it for 4.89 a pint.
I've had a 4-pack of those, and I ain't even checked one in. I guess I'll have to do that tonight. It's pretty good. I mean, I like it. It's it's in the 4 to 4.25 range probably.
Yeah,
it's a good New England.
You would put it. You would put it at the other half level though.
Do what?
You would put it on the level of other half. You think it's below?
No.
Yeah.
I would say below. I mean, 4.25 is still good, but it's not the mouthfeel and the body of it like you get with a lot of the other half. That creaminess of that, you don't get that. It's definitely more of a regular to style New England. I guess you want to throw hazy in there, you can, but more of a New England type style beer.
Yeah. Gilbert said,
so I mean, I think they're a little different because most of the other halves don't seem like they have more of that creaminess to most of their beers, from what I can remember.
Gilbert said, during the 60, the Packers deals were brought to ring, shut down, more like crushed Jim Brown during the 65 championship. Teams more overlooked to it. Yeah, I mean, defenses get overlooked sometimes for sure. I mean, shutting down Jim Brown's a huge thing in itself. The thing about Jim Brown is how much, I used to hear like he was a better lacrosse player than he was a football player. Had there been in the professional lacrosse league, he probably would have played that.
Jim Brown was?
Yeah. They said Syracuse, he was better lacrosse player than he was football.
Oh, wow. Never knew that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Which has been interesting.
Seems like he'd have been too big for lacrosse.
Yeah, I mean, he was. I guess.
Big,
yeah, I mean, in college he was, he was stocky and stuff. I guess, whatever. But yeah, he was.
Yeah. I mean, I don't guess there's really any kind of profile for lacrosse. Not that it's huge by any means, but
I think he was like, pretty athletic. Probably I would think like 6'2", 6'3", somewhere in that ballpark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably broad shoulder type thing. So
he's probably good enough athlete. He probably could have played anything he wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, he had the talent. I mean, that was a two thing. Well, it's like Bo Jackson, right? Like Bo, apparently, he played football and baseball, but baseball was really more of his love than football was.
Yeah, that's a shame that he got hurt like he did.
Yeah. Yeah, but that became part of his lore,
Well, that's true.
It became a what if type thing, and
right.
There's a guy at Hall of Fame talent in 2 sports.
That is true.
One of those times in the 80s and 90s, Bo knows this, Bo knows that. But Bo knows Jack because Bo can't rap. One of my favorite lines of that song for Tribe. Good old scenario. Gilbert knows what I'm talking about. Gilbert loves some Tribe. Yeah, rough. Yeah. We used to play in high school. We had lacrosse that we would play, like just in gym class type stuff. But I don't know. Lacrosse never got to that, a big level. Or whatever. Now in college, you see lacrosse. I think like Duke's one of the top lacrosse teams, and you see other people play during the course. But I don't know if there is a professional league for lacrosse.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Could be on the Ocho or something, maybe. But there's not one. There's not one that I know of.
Speaking of the Ocho, that's where we missed our calling. Because we could have had a team playing fucking cornhole. If we knew cornhole was going to be as big as it was now, we could have easily taken it more serious at the backyard parties and became cornhole professionals.
We play up at Our Lady. So they have they just started last Monday. Or this past Monday they started. So they're doing an 8-week cornhole league.
Yeah.
And you started playing.
Nice.
Me and my brother's playing in it. So it's like $10 a week. So it's not much. Half of it goes to the league, and then half of it goes to. So they break it down. It's just singles. You play 3 single matches, and then Then they seed you. I think there's only like 11 or 12 guys in it.
Yeah.
And then they seed you at the end of the 3. So you get 3 games, then they seed you, and it's single elimination. So half the money, $5, goes towards the league for the end of the league, and then the other 5 goes to the winner of the single elimination tournament at the end of each night.
Well, I tell you, 2 sports I never thought I would see on the ESPN channel. 1, fucking cornhole. 2, fucking tag. Like, seriously.
Yes, I've seen that.
I flip stuff over, and they're playing, like, professional tag. I'm like, you guys are what? Like,
I think they just started making shit up during COVID just to have something on TV.
The playground is now a freaking national game. Like, people are actually playing tag on TV.
Well, then they got Madden, too, for Madden.
But Madden came up a few years back, and I can see where that people.
Well, I did
because the whole gaming thing was getting more and more competitive. But tag, I'm like, if they get a red light, green light going, I'm going to be really pissed because I could have been on that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Red Rover.
Right?
Yeah, it's like this is beyond the Ocho now. It's like ESPN 45 or something. I don't even know. ESPN 69. I don't know what it would be.
I'm looking for Justin Bateman to be one of the announcers there. You know,
right? Looking for dodgeball.
Yeah,
they have a dodgeball.
They've had dodgeball. I've seen dodgeball. I've seen dodgeball before too. Yeah.
I mean, that would make more sense because of the movie, I guess. But
But yeah, when I saw tag on there over the last year or so, I'm like, you got to be kidding me! There's actually tag on TV now.
What's worse, that they actually have it, or that I actually stopped and watched it for a good 20 minutes just to see what it was?
I watched it, and I was like, you know what? Dude's got moves. He's got moves. And the announcers are all into it, too, so they sell it.
Yeah.
I mean,
they did sell it for sure.
Yeah. And you got axe throwing. That's another one I've seen on there now.
Yeah,
axe throwing competition, which again at a bar we axe throwing bars. So I mean,
have you actually done that?
I haven't done it, but I wanted to. In Cincinnati, there's 3 bars I never made to any before we left.
Fun. We've got one here.
You got to wear they make you. They said you got to wear certain shoes or something. I know they said
Well, so they have
no open toe type stuff because
right. Yeah. So if the shoes don't meet the requirement, you can wear tennis shoes or whatever, but I think it's mostly for the girls. If they come in with high heels on or sandals or something on, they have Crocs. So it's basically kind of like a bowling center. So if you got to rent the shoes or what, but you don't have to rent them. They just make you wear, but they're Crocs that they put on your feet. So I guess it's kind of community shoes or whatever. I assume they clean them. I don't know, but.
Like bowling, right?
This was you're right, yeah, exactly. So this was a couple years ago, pre-COVID, that we went and done it. But it was a lot of fun. I want to go back and do it again.
Yeah.
And the bad thing is, I don't even know how they do this, but they had a really good craft beer selection. I'm like, how much insurance are you guys paying on this? Because, like, why do you sell beer where you're throwing axes? You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't even make any sense.
I mean, it's a bar. They went to axe throwing bars.
Well, I know, yeah. But I mean, it's like.
But in your mind, you're thinking, this doesn't really make sense to put these two together because.
Right. But damn, it was fun.
You're waiting for something to happen. Well, I think about.
So I guess it's the way they get around it is you basically just sign your waivers and you take full responsibility for anything that happens. So I guess it relieves them of any duties if you get hurt, lose a toe, catch one in the head. I don't know. I guess you can't go back on them. So.
Well, I always think about bowling because when we bowled, there was always like somebody that would like do something stupid and bring their arm back and the ball would slip off. And like, does anybody go to axe and the axe comes out their hand backwards and like.
And those those things would bounce too. If you didn't stick it in the wood, it would just like hit and just go. It's like golly.
Yeah.
And then you throw beer into it, like this can't be a good combination. But
no,
it was full. We actually did it for work. We had my old job before COVID as like a team building type thing, just kind of get the workers together in the office stuff to go do something. It was fun.
Gilbert said he played real lacrosse. And hockey, they got shit on it. It's brutal. Yeah, well, I know about the hitting and stuff and knocking people down and stuff too. Yeah. So he said, love me some Try. Nobody beats Golden Age hip hop. Try brought the low end, right? Low end theory. Yeah, I should go back at some point. And I know Blake had asked me numerous times to update the Hip Hop Chronicles channel, but I haven't done anything with it to kind of share some of those stories. But Bo knows this, and Bo knows that. But Bo knows Jack. Bo can't rap. Oh, scenario. Scenario was the shit back in the day.
What's the scenario?
Busta Rhymes like rah rah like a dungeon dragon. Everybody's like rah rah. Poor man, he never got away from that. People always want him to do the rah rah all the time. Yeah.
It's kind of like Master P, Ice Cream Man, like, ice cream, doing it. Okay, Master P just grunts, just kind of this thing.
Like, come on, do it. You're like, do what? Come on, do it. Come on.
Don't make me say it. Yeah, just do it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Golden Age of hip hop. You're right, Gilbert. That was a fun time.
I think we hit all that last week, didn't we?
We got into all kinds of shit. I can't remember all the stuff we got into. But I remember like going down a lot of stuff in hip hop last week.
Yeah, we did for sure.
Yeah, I need to put up some of that like on the reaction channel too. I've been doing a lot of the UK stuff, but I got to listen to some more. Nas, I did one of Nas's songs with him and EPMD and Eminem, which is all. I don't know if you saw that song or not, but that one was just like that gave props from Eminem for me and what he did on the track with Nas just this year when it was released, because it was just like it's a different level,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought lyrical wise, they're, I don't know, the way he spits it out or whatever, however you want to say that. Like I always thought Eminem was good at that.
I think the early years of Eminem, some of the stuff he did, it was kind of like some of the stuff was said just to make it rhyme, I thought. So it wasn't like as deep. It was pretty superficial. But then he started dropping other deeper stuff, and I got more respect for him.
I just meant more of like the flow and the speed of it or whatever. It was, it just seemed so natural for him. How he just spit it out, spit the words out, just seemed.
Yeah. But these cats,
you try to repeat it when it's on, you hear it on the radio or something. It's like, dang, I can't keep up with that.
These cats that I'm reacting to on the reaction channel now, Akala and Lyrical Joe out of Africa, it just blows your mind the stuff they're doing. Dave, oh my God, it's they take me back more to the 90s and having the depth in the hip hop than what we see over here nowadays. I mean, they get deep down into some stuff. They make you think when they're doing it. So I was always more into that. I mean, Public Enemy was my group back in the day, so I was always more into the intellectual. So it was like Public Enemy, KRS-One, X Clan, Stetsasonic. Those are ones I really got deep into. Pete Rock, CL Smooth. Those ones that make you think more. So
I'm gonna have to listen to those while I'm at work.
Yeah, I mean, it's
catch up on your channel there on that one because I haven't listened to hardly any of it, to be honest.
Well, it's funny because you hear some of that stuff and you can just tell some of the influence that he had from some of the artists from over here. Like it comes through. Like I mentioned that on some of the videos. Like the last one I just did, I was mentioning how much it reminded me of RZA from the Wu-Tang Clan, and someone that responded about that was one of his major influences over there that he always talks about. So you pick that up coming through some of the stuff that they do. It's just like it's different, but it's not as different. It's kind of like it's hip hop when it was still raw, back when it was getting into more of the political and social issues. But it's just a different feel when you're getting from overseas versions. Nas new albums are standing. Nas still has Nas still has it, and the one that I did the reaction on was EPMD 2, where he it was EPMD and it was Eminem. They teamed up on it, and phenomenal song. But yeah, Nas was just when I interviewed him back in the day, he just had his head on about him himself. He just kind of knew he was going to be somewhere. Yeah.
So we got going on this weekend? Anything?
This weekend, not really too much. I'm trying to think. No, not really too much happening. Kind of got to go weekend and kind of just chill a little bit. Obviously, do some updates. I've got a log of new videos for the channel that I'll be putting together to get to get out for next week. And then nothing much. I'm watching West Virginia lose games going down the tubes right now. Like I watched that game last night and I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Like we just about the whole game is a must-win situation pretty much. We're down in the last 30 seconds. We're up by 1. We're trying to inbound under our basket. We inbound it, turn over right to the guy who lays it right in, and they get the lead. It's like we can't get it. Like seriously, this is just Bob Huggins. I'm surprised he hasn't had a heart attack right now. I mean, considering his health and everything.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I would never want that to happen to him, but I'm just surprised it hasn't happened just because his blood pressure has to be so high right now.
That's the way we've been. We lost until tonight. We actually beat Maryland tonight at home. We lost 5 in a row until tonight.
Yeah.
So we still got a chance for the tournament, but we got to win. At least got to win the next 2 games, which are winnable games.
Yeah.
We just don't have enough guard talent. We just got to get some more players in.
I'm like, I don't even want us going to the NIT. We don't even deserve to go to NIT this year. Just like we're 14-14 now. It's just like, I mean, last night, if there was going to be a time to come back, like Obsaboyan, who really doesn't score as much, he was hitting a 3. He hit a 3 last night. And it's like, if he's hitting threes, we should be winning this game because heaven knows hell froze over. This should be our game to win. We still end up losing in the last minute, seriously. So it's just one of those seasons, it's up and down. But I may actually go to the casino before the tournament. I don't know if I told you. Did I tell you we got a sports book here, I think?
Seemed like maybe. I don't know. I know you said something about a casino.
Yeah, I think we did because I think you said they have it in Indiana now, right? Too.
Yeah. We got sports book here. Yep.
So I'm thinking about maybe putting some money down for March Madness. So we'll see.
So I do FanDuel and then for here.
But it's easy to do FanDuel, or you got to go Bet US or something like that. Everything is
FanDuel's a good one, and then DraftKings is a big one.
Yeah.
And I think they're all
was doing that too. Yeah.
I think they're all in the same states. I know Tennessee you can do it. I think Illinois you can do it. Maybe Michigan. I'm not sure. I think you can do it in just about all the surrounding states except for Kentucky.
Kentucky.
But Kentucky won't let you just because too much horse industry there. They want you to go through Churchill for all the money, if they have to.
Well, here's the funny thing. Like with Kentucky, before we moved, DoorDash, you were able to start getting alcohol delivered to your house. Like you go on DoorDash, they would bring you beer or liquor. Move to Maryland, and you can't get that. And I'm like, so Kentucky's ahead of Maryland as far as alcohol? Like I would think like Maryland would have been in a better position, but I was like, I kind of miss that now. Although I never used it.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I never did either.
Gilbert says, hard to do hip hop. No, actually, I can play stuff. I've got stuff that I played. If you do it and you're breaking it down, you can actually submit in to try not to get copywritten on it. And I've got some videos that don't have a copyright on it because of the educational matter with it, but some may have it. So you can definitely still do it. But you have to select and be careful who you're doing it with, I guess. But yeah, the hip hop channel I got there now, it's got some people that watch. I just haven't updated it in a bit. Sweet plays in the house. What's going on, Sweet? Happy Thursday to you. Sweet actually is one of the gaming channels. So he's got the gaming stuff. He's a big player, Red Dead Redemption 2, which I may start playing again. I know I told you stuff before, Sweet. I just haven't gotten – I've been so busy in Warzone and stuff. I do get tired of Warzone at points, so I started playing Destiny 2 again, and I might start doing some Red Dead Redemption. But next week –
we need to golf again.
We need to golf as well. Next week, the new games are for PlayStation. They actually have Grand Theft Auto Online. Like it's GTA 5 Online is free starting on Tuesday. And then they also added Ark, which I already have. And they add like 3 more games that are going to be free. So next Tuesday to do free games. But GTA 5 Online I'm probably going to pick up.
I downloaded the UFC last week.
I got that too. I got the UFC as well.
We have to play that one too then maybe.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty decent.
I haven't played that one yet. I've got it downloaded, and I downloaded like the roller coaster. I downloaded them all because they're free. I mean, you could actually choose them in your library and not download them, and whenever you want to go get them, you already got them part of your library.
Right. Yeah. Well, it was same, I guess, if you unload or not unload. I don't know if you disable them or whatever. It goes into your library too, right?
Yeah.
Or if you download them again,
you already have it. Yeah, if you already got it.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, Black Ops 3. I haven't played Black Ops 3 in a while. I like Black Ops 3 in that when you play like the I want to say Warzone, but it's not Warzone really. It's the Battle Royale. When you get your guns, you assemble them as you go. You have to find parts rather than find the gun. It was kind of interesting how you could do it that way. It was actually pretty cool in that one.
So are you all playing mostly? Are y'all mostly playing Warzone on this one now?
More recently, it's been mostly Warzone, like with the crew and stuff. But occasionally, I'll break it up. I started playing like Destiny 2 probably about a couple of weeks ago, and that's free, I think, now as well if you end up downloading that. And Destiny 2 is kind of like it's done by Bungie, so it's more like Halo type thing. And I started like making friends with her, so I'm getting like invites to play that all the time as well. But that's kind of a fun one to play.
I think I have that one. Maybe it's just the original Destiny.
Yeah, there's the original and there's the second one. The second one is the one that's free now too. It's like part of your PlayStation Plus, I believe.
Right.
And then,
I didn't think that was. I thought it was UFC and something else for this month.
Well, I think that was. Well, if you go to your PlayStation Plus thing, there's like a ton of games, like 14 or 15 games they've had in there as part of the collection now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Gilbert says Spotify doesn't have those copyright issues like YouTube, but the video app will. Yeah. JV's in the house. Cheers. JV must have been out with the kids at basketball practice earlier.
What's up, JV?
Getting in late, homie.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I was able to platinum Uncharted 4 and Infamous Second Son this week. Oh, nice. Yeah, Infamous Second Son's another one that was free, I think, with the PlayStation Plus, too. I never finished the Uncharted, and I never finished a lot of this stuff. Like, I got the other games where it's like a storyline, I always get sidetracked into something else. Like,
Yeah, that's kind of why I've been with Uncharted. I'm nearly finished with the second one. I've got all 4 of them. I just haven't gotten through all of them.
yeah.
I just don't play it as much as I used to.
So you say, yep, basketball practice. And how's Baltimore treating you, my friend? Yeah, Baltimore's it's nice thus far. So it's all good being back on the East Coast, and definitely cost a lot. I thought it was cost a little bit more than I'm seeing like on the news. Maybe it's just the inflation. I don't know. It feels like it costs a little bit more, but it's cool. It's fun. It's nice being downtown in the city setting. The funny thing is, I feel like I sleep better now than I was kind of in the country, just because it's so quiet, and I'm used to city noises, I guess, growing up as a kid on the East Coast. But yeah, it's all good here. And JV, are you doing your live stream tomorrow, by the way? Feel free to drop a plug in there if you want to. JV's got some good live streams on Friday nights he's also doing. Uncharted movie coming. Yeah, with Wahlberg and Holland.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. They got the Halo TV series that's starting up too.
That's what I was just going to say too. No, it's on. Is it on Paramount?
Paramount, yeah, Paramount
okay,
Plus.
I was thinking it was on Apple TV for some
But
reason.
speaking of TV series, because I forgot almost before we sign off here in a bit. Last night came back. I didn't watch it. I DVR'd it. Snowfall.
Yeah.
Snowfall's back. So
yeah,
I'll have to watch that this weekend. That'll be one thing I'll do this weekend is watch Snowfall.
Yeah, I haven't watched that one yet either.
Are you caught up to last season?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because they went on a little hiatus there for a little bit, and then
it's fucking Teddy.
Come back out again.
See what Teddy does. The last one.
Yeah.
Like, you can't trust the CIA, so we'll see what happens. Franklin's mom calls Franklin. We'll see what happens.
Kind of wondering how that's going to go.
I feel like he's fully overboard now. Like I feel like he's become character.
Yeah.
I think Teddy's become Reed at this point, and it's just like no going back.
Is there going to be another season after this? Do you know?
Not that I don't know as of yet. I know the Mayans got signed for another season too, so the Mayans will be back, but they're coming back like I think April or May, like after Snowfall ends, the Mayans will start up.
See, that one Shane and I both watched the first season, and then I've watched half of the second season. I just need to keep it going. I just haven't picked it up much.
Yeah,
probably need to go back and just rewatch the whole thing.
It's been good. I'm looking forward to the next season.
Or not the whole thing, but season 2.
It was quiet because you're like eating bears out there. Well, it's like it gets too quiet sometimes, and it's like I don't know. I feel like I can sleep with an ambulance or a police car going by, but you give me some crickets out there, and it's like, why are they so loud?
Oh God, she hates the sound of a cricket.
Yeah,
just chirping. I remember we lived in our apartment when we used to live in our apartment before we were married, and there was one night we were sleeping, and there was a cricket that was chirping.
Yeah,
she got up I don't know if we were in bed or maybe she was. I think she might have been working nights or something then, or no, I guess she was still in school then, getting her nursing degree. I don't remember what the deal was, but I was in bed and she was up. I got up the next day. We was in our apartment. She had pulled the refrigerator out, ripped the linoleum on the floor. I was like, what in the hell? She's like, I had to get that fucking cricket. She's like, it was chirping so loud I couldn't I was like, are you serious? She's like, I don't know.
It's just those weird noises you ain't used to, I guess. What's up, foam? He's got the Andy Gator going tonight, the Hellas Doppelbot from Abita. I've had that one a few times, my friend. Cheers to you.
Nice. What's up, homie?
He said hi, ABV. He doesn't realize my first beer was 11%, and then the one I'm drinking now is 9.5.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a session beer. What are you talking about?
8%, walk in the park.
I'll say usually I'll start with a 12% stout or something to start the night.
Well, I did that review on the Worldwide Stout that I put up or went live the other day. That was 17.5%. So
saw that. Was the vanilla one?
Yeah, that's the vanilla one.
Yeah,
I finally went ahead and did a review of that one.
I don't think I ever saw that one here.
I think that version that I did was actually the 2016.
Okay.
I was on Untapped, and that's what the 17.5 was. But the last time they made it, I think was 2017, and that was like a 16% when they did it at that time.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
why then. I was gonna say I didn't think I'd seen it for a while. I
Yeah.
probably had it back then.
Yeah.
I noticed you've been kind of hitting up some cellar beers here.
Yeah, I mean, because when
Since
the
the
move and
move.
stuff, it's like I don't want to
Yeah.
go out and buy a bunch of new ones at the move again. So I'm trying to get through the stuff I have. So I did.
It's
get
probably
the-
it's probably not a bad thing because there's probably some of those you probably need to get to.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I found I had to drain pour one the other day because I didn't realize it was in there. It was like a 6% sour or something like that and everything, and it was purely turned by the time I actually went to drink it. So it was like a 25-ounce bottle too, but it was like, it is what it is, and it just didn't get to it. As soon as it hit the lips, I kind of knew that it had to go. But the ones I got to add in right now, I mean, I've drank I'm just looking here, so I got uploads that'll be coming of say some of the ones from Wood and Cask Brewing out of Kentucky. I got some here from Rheingeist that I went through that they actually did. I got some more Amagang. I've actually got a bunch of Game of Thrones beers I got to do from Amagang as well that I'll be doing.
So you probably have that one that I can get.
Which one? I don't think I have that one.
Oh, you don't?
That name wasn't one I recognized there, but I've got the different ones from Game of Thrones and then some other ones. I got a Seduction I just did that I'll do an upload for that one. But I got Big Bad Baptist beers I got to do still.
Speaking of, did you ever get the new ones?
I did end up finding them. Yeah, I ended up finding them at one of the spots here. So yeah, so I got
nice.
And then I've got those Goose Island ones I got to go through still. The Bourbon County Stouts. Ended up last week finding the Cherry Cola in the hardwood that I shared on the channel here. So those are probably the two most I ever spent for Goose Island beer, by the way. One at 29 and the other one 25, but hopefully they're worth it. I'm like, it's for research.
Well, I definitely, that's what I call it too. It's a hobby. Hobby needs.
I mean, technically, in periods of times, I do get a check from YouTube, so I can kind of write it off taxes because it is going towards it. I'm just like the last president. I'm working at a loss.
Right. Yeah, I just write it all.
It's just like
foul it every now and again. It's like
it's just like the Trump stakes. I'm not winning here. I'm not winning.
Because this last Bourbon County release, I definitely spent way more than I ever have. Period.
Yeah.
I would never. When I saw them, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get them just one time because I did get the Blanton's one, which was ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah.
And I forgot what the other one was, but it was like 100 and almost, I don't know, a high 100, almost $200 worth of beer for 6 beers or something.
Yeah.
That's just stupid. But
it's crazy price.
But I did it anyway because I'm stupid that way. Well, whatever. And I thought Shannon's like, I'm sorry I spent this money on this beer. She's like, I don't give a shit.
She's like, enjoy your life. That's how she is.
She's like, you don't buy anything anyway. I'm like, well, that's true because I don't really buy anything for myself hardly ever. So I mean, outside of just weekly, every other week beers or whatever,
Gilbert said, I remember Pack of Wolves moving behind my channel north. That shit is better. Well, Pack of Wolves will definitely wake you up for sure. Somebody said, hi for most lager. Yeah, for 8% for a lager. I mean, that is a Doppelbock, but I would tell you, we have, I don't have it now, but in Cincinnati, the Bockfest, they would have, which is going on, I think, probably this weekend. They get, Bocks up there that are, double-digit numbers. So people just, get hammered like crazy. But no, 8% for a lager is definitely solid. Got James in the house. Cheers. Hey guys, just saying hi. Back to wife's birthday party. Happy Mardi Gras. Hey, happy Mardi Gras. Happy birthday to your wife as well.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Tell her we said happy birthday. James up in Chicago. You know what I found out we had here, and I drove by the other day that we used to have one in Cincinnati. We don't have anymore. Is Uno's. You got Uno's there? Chicago style pizza.
feel like I know there's one going up towards Indianapolis. I don't know that we have any in local per se, like Louisville or anything. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, we got one of those here, so that might be something to go this weekend. It's pretty
There you
good
go.
food from Uno's. But I feel like if it's pizza, if you got to use a knife or a fork, it's not pizza anymore. You know, when you do the deep dish, it's
True.
like
That is true. If you can't fold it like in half or whatever,
if you can't fold it, it ain't pizza.
right. True. Never thought about it that way, but that is true.
Yeah. Yeah, when I found the liquor store that I went to, Lighthouse, it was like all the restaurants were over there. Like, oh, there's like all kinds of stuff over here that I didn't know. So, like Uno's was there and a few other spots, and it's like Five Guys and different things. And it's like, oh, this must be the little hipster part of town with all the food places. So,
Yeah, because that's where Five Guys is originated at, right?
oh, I don't know, Baltimore? Did they?
I think, maybe.
Mm,
Thinking it's maybe it's Virginia.
yeah.
Let's see. Let's see what though. Yeah, Virginia, Arlington County.
Well, that's not far from here.
Yeah. Well, so I knew it was kind of in that region, but I wasn't exactly sure. Yeah, so it's Arlington County.
Yeah.
Only because I remember, like, because the one we got here, you know, they got all the awards and kind of like the story of it, which I'm sure they do at all of them. But
Yeah.
and I was thinking Baltimore, but I guess it was Virginia.
Yeah, we got like one of the hospitals and stuff near us. They have like, I guess it's part of the University of Maryland program as well. So when I went walking around that day, I put that picture of a Babe Ruth museum and where he was born. Like right near there was the University of Maryland, like medical type stuff. So I guess they come up here from College Park and do stuff. It is not East Coast. You are correct. Deep dish is not East Coast.
So you're right there. Are you right there by the college then?
No, College Park is like southwest of me, but
oh, okay.
I guess they have a medical thing up here too. There's a few colleges around this area. So up here, I think they have like just the medical portion because we're right by John Hopkins. The John Hopkins.
Right, yeah. Okay.
It's the John Hopkins, by the way. Like I always thought it was John Hopkins, but it says the sign, the John Hopkins, just like Ohio State, the Ohio State.
I was going to say, you can't say that. Ohio State will find you for that shit.
If you come to Baltimore, it says the John Hopkins University. So it was like, oh. So I feel
Ohio
like
State. I got this. I got that for you. Right
anything
here.
terrible I can get, anything terrible I can get in the world, I got John Hopkins right here.
There you go. There you go.
I'm like, are you not the John Hopkins? So you should fix anything
are you
I
the
pick up.
John Hopkins or are you just John Hopkins? Which insurance do you take? Are you the knockoff or are you the John Hopkins?
Yeah. Are you McDowell's or are you McDonald's?
Right.
I don't want the Big Mac. I want the Big Mac. Well, it's all comparison. I mean, Five Guys is now kind of one of the chain type things too. So
yeah,
there's some other local spots that do well. We also got a what was it? The Shake Shack Shake. What is it? The what's the name of that place? Shakes. It's a burger place. Something Shack. Yeah, Shake Shack. They're supposed to have pretty good. They're supposed to have pretty good burgers and shakes, so we got that here too. That's all.
There you go.
We got like a freaking Under Armour store too. I was like, didn't know. I mean, people wear Under Armour stuff. I've never seen an Under Armour store though. Usually it's just inside a Dick's or something. But
right, yeah,
yeah, they got a full Under Armour thing. So yeah, they got some little neat spots around here. Like I got the I look at my window here, and like the Domino Sugar, like their headquarters, I think is out of here, and that Pandora Jewelry place. Pandora. It's like right.
Oh, like the Charms or whatever.
Yeah, it's like like the next block over from me. It's like the big Pandora thing. So it's like their
Oh wow. Okay.
headquarters too, and some other stuff. So yeah, the harbor is pretty cool though. The ships and stuff that come in there, you don't realize how big like some of these ships are until you like see them up close. Like some of the ones like like the cargo ship that's on fire with the cars right now out in the Pacific or wherever. These cargo ships are huge, and you just see them come into the harbor.
Are you close enough you can see or hear them?
Yeah. I mean, you can see right there. I mean, people go down to the docks and stuff all the time to kind of like sightsee and stuff. So yeah,
well, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's pretty neat along those lines. We got like the B&O Railroad Museum, which is pretty interesting. The old B&O Railroad. I think of B&O, I always think of Monopoly, right?
I was going to say,
yeah,
is that for real?
But this is the B&O from Monopoly that they have here, and you see the old B&O train, which is pretty cool with some different stuff. So
I always just thought that was
a few museums, yeah.
That was part of the game. That was it.
The real B&O Railroad.
So, how long do you think you'll be in your apartment before you?
Well,
we looking for like a house or anything now, or just gonna
we did like
out?
We did like a 6 month lease, but we're looking at probably. I think at this point we're both kind of convinced probably go a condo type situation. So hopefully within the next 6 months we'll. And I've been looking at some spots out there, but hopefully within the next 6 months that'll be the case. It's kind of like, do I want to go back to having a house? I mean, having a house is nice in that you're not like people right next to you or on top of you, but then it's like the lawn care and all the other stuff you got to do.
Right.
Having a condo is kind of nice. Now these condos here, you get like the little doorman and all that kind of stuff, and it's kind of like.
Well, especially when you're there and like your families are not with you, so it's like not going to have a bunch of people over at one time for the most part, probably.
Yeah.
Where you need space to entertain or whatever.
Yeah, and it's like for her, she works right downtown, so if it's a condo right down here as well, it's easy for her for access to get to the office and stuff too. But I looked at one condo; it was 5 bedroom, 4 bathrooms, 4,000 square feet.
Damn. And
it was, I think it was like 400 for it.
Really?
Which is kind of crazy. And I was like, okay, what's happened? Either someone got murdered or this thing is haunted.
You're right. Yeah, it's haunted. Yeah, what's the backstory on this thing?
Because I'm seeing
that seems really cheap.
I'm seeing 2 or 3 bedroom, and they're like over that 500 limit. So I'm like,
somebody's not telling you. It's made out of straws or something. I don't know, something like it's going to deteriorate in about 10 years.
I mean, I'm all about a Rod J deal, but something's not up right now. My spider sense is tingling. But it was beautiful. It was like wide, spacious type thing and that kind of stuff. But it's like, I just don't feel right about that one. It's just, that's too good of a deal.
Is it like out of the way or something? Or?
No, it was one of the downtown type places. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if the area might be something where it's kind of like.
I was going to say it's a bad area or something, maybe.
But it's like right down south of where we're at. So it's right off of downtown. So.
Okay.
But I saw that and I was like, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, so we're probably looking at some type of condo or something like that. We see some nice areas around town that have some nice stuff. It's just right now in the market, right, trying to get in, and plus people are overpaying to get stuff because it's so short in the market. So we'll see.
That is true.
Italian bakery, son. Talking about East Coast, hit up any Ville or Kaiser joints. Yeah. Well, we get some stuff around. We got some Italian spots, stuff like that around here too. And that's the one thing with Baltimore. We got so many different types of foods. I've had like when we got here, like one of the first nights we had like Afghanistan food, kebabs and stuff at one of the restaurants, which is pretty good. You got like Italian restaurants, you got like Ethiopian restaurants, you got all kinds of different stuff. And I think the one thing I really had like Chinese food since I've been here. So, but other restaurants, it's like good choice of stuff. And then, of course, the American restaurants you have. And having Wawa back is so nice. I love some Wawa. Which I had earlier was a nice hoagie.
Oh, Wawa. But yours there doesn't have beer and stuff, though, right?
Yeah, it's weird because Wawa has a beer, but they don't serve beer in the stores. So I guess in some states you can get it, maybe the Wawa, but other places you have to go to the liquor store or the beer store to get it. So I haven't seen any yet, but I know Double D, he's had it and he's really enjoyed the beers they have from Wawa too. Which he's just down in Charlotte, so he's like, I think he's like 5 or 6 hours from me now. He's like, yeah, I come up to play some golf. I'm like, we could definitely play some golf. I got the golf clubs with me. I do want to play more golf this year if I can, for sure.
Certain courses near, well, you probably.
Yeah, I haven't looked yet, but I'm sure there's somewhere around here for sure.
Oh, yeah, I'd imagine so.
But we were like 70 yesterday, and today we're like fucking 40. It's like, are you kidding me? Like,
sounds like here.
Yeah.
Nothing changed on that part, man.
We've actually been more fortunate than what you guys have. You guys have been getting more of the bad stuff. Like, we left pretty much at the right time before all the shit started happening. And guys, like, and all these storms, like, stop naming these storms. I feel like if you name the storms, you're making them worse. Because once they get the name, they get a personality, and they start having attitudes.
Right, yeah. It's like a rare, ugly head at that point.
Back in the day, it was just like, oh, we're expecting snow, and that was it. Like, you're naming them storms now, and they're trying to live up to the name. What's this last one, Odysseus or some shit? Like, don't name these storms. Right. Just let them go do what they're going to do. Let them just do what they're going to do. Oh, man.
I don't like that name, bitch. Let me show you what I'm going to do. Yeah. See what you think of this.
What did you name me? That's not my name, right?
You're right, yeah.
Oh, what is up, Greg? I am back in Maryland. Look up, very good brews, drink it. I'll show you around town. Yeah, we definitely try to do some stuff there. Yeah.
Nice.
I need to get out to get some of these breweries at some point as well. No Chinese. I just haven't ordered any. We haven't ordered any yet. We haven't chose. You can't just go. You can't just go order Chinese everywhere you go. I mean,
you've been here 4 hours.
where we lived in Kentucky, which Todd had been to before to visit. We had a Chinese restaurant that was like 2 minutes from our house. First time we had it, we thought it was pretty decent. And then we had other Chinese restaurants, and it was just like totally like the worst Chinese you could possibly get. So it's like somebody local that knows a good Chinese spots to point you. You don't want that one, you want this one type situation. So
you're right, yeah.
But I like some Chinese food, and we just haven't ordered from any yet. What's up, Middle Fruit? Damn, you do still going? Todd's wife out of town? No, she took off tonight. She said hi earlier, but yeah, she's in bed. She probably works.
Hey, I'm here.
She works this weekend, doesn't she? Probably.
Yeah, she does. She's off tomorrow. She was off today and tomorrow. So.
Yeah.
I was trying to get her to join because normally she would if she's off. Thursday, Friday she's off. She will, but she's like, I don't know. And then she went in there. Was like, are you not getting on? She's like, no, I'm not going to get on. I was like, okay.
I think she feels like we get her too drunk, and I'm like, you don't have to drink the whole time. And she's like, yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's no holds barred when it comes. And that's kind of what she said. She's like, I don't know that I ever want to get drunk tonight. I'm like, I don't even say anything anymore because when I say, well, you don't have to, she's like, well, you fucking know better than that. I'm like, okay. I guess so. There's no in between. It's either all or nothing.
Well, the good thing is she knows her limits too. She's like, I know if I go in there, I'm going to get crazy. So,
well, that's true. Yeah.
So she'll probably be on next time.
Let's see. Next week will be Wednesday, Thursday. Well, she'll have to work that Thursday, but she did the last time she got on. She worked that day. So
yeah,
it's a possibility. You never know.
Yeah, Greg, definitely go ahead and DM me as well. Yeah. Yeah. So you never know. It's like, yeah. I need to catch up with DJ as well. Let him know I'm in town now, and Todd from 21090, and these guys are in Baltimore as well.
Oh yeah.
And I wonder what happened to Backwoods Billy, because he was down in this area. He just kind of just faded out. Yeah. I hope everything was okay for him, but yeah, he just like disappeared. Like I looked at his channel, he hasn't done anything like over the last like probably year or so.
There's a few guys that would be kind of. I was kind of wondering about like Thrash. I know he's in California, but it's like.
You mean earthquake? You mean earthquake?
Wasn't it? Oh,
Thrash in
Thrash,
Colorado.
not Thrash. Yeah.
Yeah, Thrash is. Yeah, he's still here.
Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, Earth.
Yeah, Earth. Yeah. I said Earthquake, but Earth. Yeah.
Yeah, Earth. Yeah, I was like, we didn't see nothing on him.
I got
for
to check
years.
with Joe. I think Joe talked to Earth last time, and last time that was like last summer. He said he was just going through some stuff and he was okay. But yeah, I haven't seen Earth in forever.
Like he doesn't post on Untapped. He doesn't do anything like that anymore.
You just don't know. You only don't think the worst things because of the whole COVID stuff we've been going through. But it's kind of like, wonder what happened. Like, people do get busy and stuff too. As well,
yeah.
So yeah,
things happen.
Yeah. All right, Greg. Yeah, definitely. We'll definitely check that as well. Thanks, homie. You have a great night too.
Hey, Greg.
But it's kind of like, yeah, it's funny. I mean, it's tough, and it's kind of like I feel like time is just so much more limited nowadays. Like people always try to find those extra minutes.
That is true.
Yeah. It's funny. Sure. I saw there some of the, up where Gilbert and up in Canada, they had the truckers for the freedom type thing or whatever. But apparently there's some truckers trying to go to D.C. now for this weekend or something ahead of the State of the Union. I'm like, just remember, D.C. is not Canada. So,
right. You might get shot if you go there.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I know last year, State of the Union, they let people get away with some shit. I don't think they're going to do that again. Plus, if you take a wrong turn, be up on bricks like freaking the Griswolds when they were on vacation. Like. So, but yeah, it's pretty much totally in here now in Maryland. It's nice. I'm enjoying it thus far. So, kind of funny seeing seagulls every morning flying around, like, because you forget you're right at the harbor. So we get seagulls right outside our window all the time.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. But sooner or later, I got to shoot up to Jersey, go see Mom up there, and then probably see Alex the Beer Master at some point when I'm up there as well. Grab some beers with him. We had a blast last time, and Bart, that was here, Bart Robinson.
You're only like
the beer.
A couple hours now?
Yeah, a couple hours now. So, I mean, actually from Joe, it's probably like around maybe 3 or 4, Buffalo. Probably about 4 or so. But the last couple of years, Matt from Massive has had Matt Palooza, which have been beer tubers getting together at his farm, which is probably about 3 hours from me. So this year I might be able to go visit there to actually partake in that, which would be cool. Because it's like, with Matt, and then it's like Joe, and it's like No Hype comes down, and
right, yeah.
A lot of the other guys from the different beer channels. So that would be kind of a cool thing to do.
Nerd Sense or somebody maybe.
Yeah, Nerd Sense comes down. Yeah. Flex comes down, FLX Beer Reviews. And that always seemed to be a pretty good time. So if they do it again this year, he sent me an invite last year. I was actually, the funny thing is last year I was in Jersey at that time, but the night they were coming together was the same night of my mom's birthday. So,
all right, yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
that.
So I couldn't end up partaking in that. So, but that would be cool to meet those guys and stuff. So, we'll try to catch up with some of the other beer tubers through the area, and there's people on Instagram that I know that are in this area as well. I like to try to catch up with and kind of crack some beers and do some things. I left this morning from Texas at 30 degrees with freezing rain, icy bridges, to 80 degrees in Lafayette, Louisiana. That is a heck of a shift, but that's a shift for the better, Foamy. You went from the cold to the warm, so that's good on your part. Hopefully you have a blast there in Lafayette. I think you're going in to celebrate for Mardi Gras weekend, hopefully. So that's one thing I need to mark off my list one day is go to Mardi Gras. Although I've been to Louisiana and New Orleans numerous times, never been to Mardi Gras.
I've never either. I've never been to New Orleans. So
yeah, it's you should go. You guys should go. It's a fun city.
I know. I'd like to go sometime.
Yeah, we went down. We actually drove a couple times down from Kentucky, and for us it was like 12 hours. So for you, if you drove, it'd be like 10 or something probably. But
yeah, I was gonna say I think it's about 10, 11 at the most. I think.
But the food and the culture, it's just it's like one of those cities everybody should see and stuff. And I say that more now just because with some of the concerns around rising sea levels and stuff, that's projected maybe be one of the cities that might be affected if they don't do anything to be underwater at some point. But take advantage and see it while you can. It's some.
Is that a
stuff.
Weekend trip or like a 4-day trip or what do you
go to New Orleans? I would probably make it like a 4 or 5 day trip or so. I mean, depending on what you want to. Like if you went down on a Thursday, give yourself Friday through the weekend, come back maybe Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
Because there's different stuff you can do. I mean, depending on what you want to take in, the food, the tours, the architect, just whatever you like to do. I mean, it depends how much you like to sightsee and do stuff, I guess. But the French Quarter is a blast. You can walk into the French Quarter bars and there'll be bands playing, and you would think those bands were just as good as people that had record deals.
Oh yeah.
You just can't believe how good the talent is there. And then it's just a good atmosphere. I mean, you have to be careful where you go. I mean, you don't want to be wandering around too much because there is issues that happen around New Orleans, but the atmosphere, the fun, the music, the having the beignets over at the restaurant there off of Jackson Square. I mean, it's just one of those things you take advantage of, you know. It's kind of like we have so many hidden spots around the country that we probably don't even go see that people would love to see. We don't always have to go out of the country to see good stuff. It's one of those areas that are just like, you know, mark it off your list that you went there.
Right. Yeah. No, I definitely get down there.
Yeah. I think of the cities I've been to in the States, like New Orleans, Miami, San Diego, New York, of course, Chicago, Las Vegas. Those are kind of some of my favorites. They're just kind of like just a different type of things that are just like things you're just going to find like here in America. San Francisco is another one. You know, just kind of
I've been to San Fran.
Yeah, like Seattle. I'd love to go to Seattle. I haven't been to Seattle. That'd be another one I would want to go to. Going down to Charlotte's a nice little city as well. We went to a bed and breakfast one time in New Bern, North Carolina, which was pretty awesome. Out there, kind of on the harbor as well. There's just like some pockets, you know. You got the stuff too that we have like in the middle of the country, the Red River Gorge type stuff, and the cabins. And just get out there in the Smoky Mountains. You know, it's just like waking up in that morning and you're on the deck with a cup of coffee, looking overlooking the mountains as the sun's rising and stuff like that. It's just those views,
different feel to it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You know, so
it's kind of things you just kind of, let's say, take for granted. And you just don't even, you don't really think, like, you're like, oh, to go travel overseas. Yeah. Like, there's a bazillion things in the States that you're not seen, you know what I mean? Like, you just go, you don't have to leave the States. Not saying I wouldn't want to, but I'm just saying there's all kinds of shit here.
Well, it's like Arizona. He's not on here tonight, but Arizona Timeless Tourist, when he jumps on in the chat, his channel, he goes around Arizona exploring different things, and it's just like, it's cool. So, like, I watched him go through Tombstone and some other cool stuff before, and it's just like, see, that'd be fun to go see, to go check out that you have right here in the country. Just seeing some of the history, or when he goes to some of the reservation type stuff, you know.
That's what I like to do, like, for our next kind of vacation thing, instead of like going to the beach somewhere, because I don't care about, like, I'll go to the beach, but I don't care about that. Like, I would rather go to something historic or some kind of, go Arizona or Utah or somewhere out west. Like,
well, it's like we both watch, we both watch Yellowstone. It's like, I'd love to get out to Montana sometime to get some of those views and some of the stuff out there, you know.
One of my good friends, he was living in South Dakota there for a little while. And then him and his wife got divorced, so he moved back home. But he's like, just on his drive in, you like see all kinds of wild, antelope or buffalo or some kind of just out there grazing, just kind of like we would see, cows or something. Just I was like, really? I was like, oh yeah. He's like, it's just crazy.
It's probably just a clean air too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here. It says thrash is the masculine version. Britney Spears. That's funny, Paul. Most of the truckers were. Yeah, that's the thing. Like 90% of the truckers were vaxxed that I heard. So, but they were like the whole mandate type thing. But yeah, that's it. It was kind of a weird thing. Like here in the States, like the people aren't vaxxed that are complaining, but in Canada they were vaxxed and they were complaining about having to do the thing. So it's like I don't know why you're already covered. So I don't know why you're.
It's like just bitching to be bitching.
Yeah. Let's see here. You're up on the Dogmas. Always they go for work. We call Gold's Beach chicken around these parts, son. Gold chicken. For work, you might text tomorrow. Oh, so you're like really a turn and burn type situation. Sorry, I'm a 1-2 second grade Canuck guy. Dogma? Good movie, though, by the way. I like that movie. Part of propaganda. Must be from Ottawa Valley, middle. Don't start no Canadian war up in here.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the news here in the States. Like 90% were vaccinated, so kind of interesting. But it's 11:30. Just get ready to sign off here. Get up and go to work in the morning.
Yep. Same here.
Gotta go work for the man, pay the bills. So
Yeah. Unfortunately.
The man don't give any breaks.
No, not at all.
But no, fun as always on a Thursday night to kick back, share some beers, and talk with everyone. And then more reviews upcoming. I meant to ask earlier, but if people want to leave a comment in the comment section, kind of seeing what other stuff that people want to see on the channel. Trying to put some new stuff out here. I want to do some more lives since I'm pretty much paying for StreamYard. I'm only doing like the Thursday night thing right now, but I want to do some more live streams. So if there's other stuff that you guys want to see, let me know what other stuff you'd like to do. I can do more live beer reviews, but I want to do more stuff kind of on the beer type thing too. So
Yeah, let's say you haven't done a live for a while.
yeah, no, I have because everything running around, and plus by the time I work and then try and do like I get done, I can try to do the other channels and stuff on stuff. But I like to try to do some other stuff to mix it up. And I thought about one thing I was going to do, but I haven't hooked it up yet because we'll be moving again, so I didn't want to get into it. But doing like something like a beer and album type thing, right? Because I got all these vinyl records from when I DJ'd, and I was going to play a record and enjoy beer while playing a record and talk about the record or something, you know, with the beer. It'd be kind of a cool thing, but that may wait until we get to the new place where I can actually hook in the record player and stuff too.
Will they not flag you for that?
They may, but it might just be something I can play it, but I just can't like monetize it or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, depending on who it is. But I just want to try some different stuff and have some more fun and see what else we can do here on the channel.
I was wondering about that because Tom the Beer Whisperer, he's always doing music in the background and stuff. So I was always wondering why he wasn't getting flagged for any of that. Yeah,
it'll let you keep stuff up there, but usually it'll say like, you know, your copyright or whatever like that and everything. So you can't, you just can't monetize with ads or something like that and everything. I mean, some people will still do like super chats and stuff like that and everything, but you just can't, get the ad off of it. But it's just all a matter of just trying to have some more fun and see what guys want to find out on the channel. But that being said, get ready to sign off. Gilbert said cheers and good night, fools. And cheers to you, Gilbert. And hopefully to get your poutine right there. Gilbert was upset about how they were doing this poutine earlier, so hopefully they get that corrected. Paul said, back at you guys, you too, Eric.
You too, Eric.
He says, no, Ottawa proper 6 miles from Parliament. There you go. And Foamy's now having to go. You know what? That is one beer I've never picked up, and I've seen numerous times. I've heard good things about. I'm going to make a note to get that beer at some point.
Yeah, I've never had it, nor have I ever seen it.
Yeah, we had it like at party stores, jungle gyms. I think maybe even down here I may have seen it. I may have glanced by it, but it's pretty popular out there, and I've seen stuff on it. So I think I am going to try to pick that up at some point here. It's a pretty cool label too.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of it, but I've never actually seen it out in the wild.
But that being said, we're going to go ahead and sign off. And thanks for you guys for tuning in. And definitely look to catch up with you guys next week. And like I said, if you have stuff you want to see, drop a comment in the comment section and look to see about doing some other stuff here on the channel as well. That being said, we are out. And y'all have a great evening. Cheers, everybody.